So you in full form now, my
Yeah,
guy?
man.
Yeah. Let me go
You got to
final
go
up.
power
We're
up.
back.
Yeah,
We're
let me
back.
power up. Hold on, man. Hold on.
We're back. We're back, fellas. We're back. We've got this fixed. I really apologize. We're gonna go through the introductions again. Philly Notion. Let them know. Do your whole intro again,
Hey,
man.
you already know I'm coming with it, my guy. Hey, look, warm it up though. Yeah. You know what time it is. Y'all know who you on with. You know who you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion. Notion Gang salute. You already know. Before we even jump into it, let's check the okay. Hey, hold up. Belt check. Hey, you already know. Ring check. Hey, you already know. Hey, look. We in there, gang. You already know. If you new to this ride, you know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Again, make sure you go hit that subscribe. Because y'all know how we coming. Hey, appreciate the love for my guy Sid throwing the invite. It's all love. But my guy, hold up. My guy said it's popcorn time. Hey, you know what time it is, brother. We out here eating. Let's get it, my guy. Big salute.
Yeah, man. There we go, man. Philly Notion always bringing the fire, man. Thank you for that intro, Steve. Let the fans know where to find you, Steve. I really appreciate you coming on, man, because I went to watch some of your stream, and you're one of the originators, man. So, and us new guys learn off of you, guys like you. So please let the fans know where to find you.
Thanks, Sid. That's I appreciate the compliment. That's really big, man. All right, guys. So Steve Heitter, Gate City Sports Channel. Listen, I run two operations. I got Gate City Sports Channel. That's where I do a lot of my all 22 stuff, film breakdown, things like that. And then also, guys, I am 1/3 of the Battlebirds podcast. It's a live stream that we do. We used to do it on Saturday nights. We're now switching it to Sunday afternoons. So that way it'd be kind of a pregame coverage thing. Look, we're really excited to come out here and have an opportunity to talk with Sid and the Jtuck. Look, I want to know what the Dallas fan base thinks of the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, it's good to have outside perspectives. Even if we don't agree with those outside perspectives, it's good to know where the temperature in the room is around your organization. And that's what I'm really excited to hear is where do other fan bases perceive weaknesses at within the organization's strength. So, yeah, man, I'm excited, guys. Thank you all so much for the invite.
Yeah, man, we're excited too. Jtuck, man, let the fans know where to find you.
Yeah, let's do a check. I'm starting to feel like Thanos, man. So that's one. Let's see here. Hold on. That's two. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me go get the time stone. That's three. All right. Four. And let me grab five. Oh, man, I'm powered up, man. What's up, Cowboys fam? It's your boy, Jtuck, man. We're in the house. Y'all know where to find me. Cowboys fans only. So go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Somewhere down there. Also follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. I follow all Cowboys fans back, the good, the bad, ugly, man. But I appreciate Philly Notion, man. He's been supporting my channel, which is crazy as an Eagles fan. So I shared the love back. So there is ways we can share love. And then I just found Steve today when I knew he was going to be on the channel. So follow his channel, man. We're going to have a blast tonight. We're going to bring the heat, man. Y'all see I'm powered up. The chat's powered up. We're ready to go. So let's get it, Sid.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels good though. I know what Thanos was after. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jtuck. Hey, look, bro. We got one ring for one finger. Y'all I know it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna keep it civil and clean. And guys, in the chat, I want that as well, please. The rivalry is here. We know it. Cowboys versus Eagles. And guys, I asked a question earlier that Steve started asking, and I'm gonna ask him again. What is it that makes Eagles fans hate us so much? That's what I want to know. So, Steve, I'll let you answer. And Philly, you could chime in after. And then we'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I hate you. And I'm sure Jtuck will fill in too. So, Steve, let us know.
All right. Guys, I was born in 83. When I first started watching football, and I was, way too young to quite understand it yet, but I knew who the Dallas Cowboys were. And I knew you guys weren't very good in the late 80s. Then all of a sudden, in the early 90s, you started to come on. You took over our division for a good period of time in the 90s. And I'm sorry, that was formative years for Gate City Sports. Man, it started to bleed hate, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there were times, I'm not gonna lie to you, all we wanted was to beat Dallas. Ask me one of my greatest sports moments. It's 4th and 1 and stuffing Emmitt Smith. I'm just gonna be straightforward.
Okay. All right. Philly Notion, let us know why you hate us so much.
Look, man, a lot of it, honestly, a lot of this is from, kind of where my environment right now. If y'all checking me out, y'all know I'm out here infiltrating in Texas. Oh, yes. So y'all got to understand, I'm flocked by these delusional cow turds out here. That's out here speaking Super Bowl nonsense. Gang, we all know there ain't been no Super Bowl sniffing nothing for a quarter of a century, 2.5 decades. So, hey, that's what I'm surrounded by here. So the passion runs great. And, hey, it's for whatever reason, I got to hear it every time I walk out the house, gang. But, hey, it is what it is. It's all love. Hey, I can't really, knock the Cowboys for their past success. But at the time, they've passed that baton over. It's like being in a race. Y'all know y'all seen the Olympics. When they hand that baton over, yeah, y'all should be humble. Y'all handed it over to the team in the NFC East that's going to go ahead and run away with it. So that's how we rocking. That's where the hate lies. But, hey, it is what it is. It's all love.
Yeah, man. Philly, man. Bro, you may be gunning for another team, but I love you, man. Seriously, man. Like, you bring this whole streaming to another level. So, with that being said, Jay, man, I think we need to chime in, man. But I want to hear from Jay. Why do you hate the Eagles so much?
This is the answer of why they hate us. This is why they hate us. We run the East. We run the East. It's fact. It's fact. It's fact. We know what it is. We are America's team. No matter what, when things are going bad, they're going to watch. The whole world's going to watch. When things are going good, we keep the NFL's lights on. Now, I said this on my show, and I mean this with all sincerity. I really don't hate the Eagles like a lot of Cowboys fans do, because they really don't get under my skin. Like, to be honest with you, and this will probably change after today's show, but Eagles fans really leave me alone on Twitter. I've been to numerous Cowboys and Eagles games, and the fans have been okay. It was the other team in Washington who I've had issues with. So my beef has really never been with the Eagles per se, but there are some of the fans, and granted, I'll take ownership that there are some Cowboys fans who are annoying as hell. We all know that. As Cowboys fans, we know there's annoying Cowboys fans and there's annoying Eagles fans. So I feel like just us being in the division, being the two top dogs in the division, it creates that animosity towards each other. But like I said, man, we know who runs the East. We know who keeps the NFL's lights on. We know on Sunday Night Football, opening day, who's everyone going to watch. It's the boys. It is what it is, and a lot of people get jealous of that. It's not just the Eagles hate it. I mean, everyone hates it, but it is what it is. You can't stop it, so we're here.
Yeah, man. I totally agree. I just want to jump in the chat. The chat, I'm gonna voice my opinion in a minute, but the chat is blowing up, man.
Right.
It's nonstop. I want to send a few shout outs, man. I saw MCF in here. He definitely he tweeted something. F the Eagles, and we won't read the continuous comment. Stephen Joyce, Gate City Sports, Rock the Artist, Stephen Joyce, BMOE Careful, Bashir. Man, I could go on, and we'll be here all night if I keep sending these shout outs. Yeah, the chat is lit. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Guys, we do this for you. And this is a daily grind, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Guys, go click the subscribe button to Philly Notion. If you're not a Philly fan, even go to support. Go see Steve. Go check Jtuck. Philly fans, do the same thing. I know you guys, I just got like 11 new subscribers. So definitely, guys, go hit Jtuck. Show the support, and we appreciate you guys being here. So with that being said, I'm a Philly hater because that's a rivalry that's been going on for years, and that's what it is. And one of my best friends is actually a Philly fan, and I can't stand him being a Philly fan. And we argue every time it's coming to a game. There's problems, and we don't see eye to eye. And if one doesn't listen, we have respect for each other, though. If I win, I won't call him, and if he wins, he won't call me.
Right.
We give each other that space.
Right.
Because you know it's not going to end well. So with that being said, I just want to put it out there. I understand why you guys hate us, because if you guys look at the stats, we're beating you guys 69 to 53 games. That's what it is. We beat you guys 69 times, and you guys beat us 53. Steve, I know you want to chime in. I see you. I see you looking. Let us know why you think that is.
Simply put,
you guys suck.
It's the Super Bowl era. Let's be real. Since the Super Bowl era, the Eagles had this dominant team in the late 40s going into basically the late 50s into the 60s, and then we switch over to the Lombardi format, and they took a nosedive. Let's just call a spade. They nosedived right after they started Lombardi Trophy. We went through some struggles in the 70s. I wasn't alive. I didn't get to see it, but I know my parents. They were alive. They saw it. I know the memories until Dick Vermeil got to Philly. To be real with you, one of the greatest things I've got to witness in my lifetime was the organization being shifted and turned around by Andy Reid. Can really say Jeffrey Lurie was really the start of that, but Andy Reid coming in, making this unprecedented hire of a guy that really only been a positional coach, and saying like, look, man, we know football minds, and this guy's a football mind, and bringing him in. I mean, it really turned around the fate of the Eagles, because let's be real, you take out Andy Reid's record versus Dallas, and it was a lot worse. To be forthcoming and honest about it. It's one of those things to where you could say that we're more of a recent history of lately, but hey, man, I still feel like the trajectory's going up. I feel like we've got at least a top 5 coach, in my opinion. I think you can make an argument of third or fourth, but I would say that most people within reason would say he's top 10. Most people would say top 5. So, I mean, I like our chances. I mean, I like the Eagles' long-term trajectory. I think that, we got some issues here and there with scouting. I will admit our scouts sometimes. I feel like I could do a better job at times than some of them can. But I will say that we've been on point with professional scouting, pro scouting, especially sifting through teams, undrafted rookie free agent pools, stuff like that. I thought the Eagles have always been really good, especially under Peterson of lately and Roseman lately handling that. I thought there's been an upward trajectory. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know y'all don't want to hear this as Cowboy fans, but I think there's going to be a couple rings coming real soon.
For Dallas?
No, for Philly.
Okay. Jay, hold up. Philly, I'm going to get to you.
Yeah,
Jay.
what's in your cup? That's what's going to ask me. What's in his cup? Let me grab my cup, because I know he's probably drinking something too.
Jay, I know you want to chime in on that Super Bowl comment, because I believe the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl this year. I don't see the Eagles going that far, because I think you guys are having right now. You guys are also having contract negotiation problems, injury problems, and I could go on. And coaching problems. We know about coaching problems. We've been there.
A quarterback controversy?
Yeah. So Jay.
Hey, let me interject real quick.
Hey, I agree, man. The backup quarterback controversy going to be real heated this year.
I'm trying to tell y'all this. Look here. Look, let's go ahead and put it out there on the table, gang. Look, we know who the defending division champs are. I don't know why, we have to year after year come up here, as an Eagle organization and ask for respect. What y'all don't understand is, okay, Doug Peterson has been our coach for 5 years. Right. For those 5 years, hey, look, we've been in playoff contention for the dance. Okay, and we've already brought one of these within that time frame, back to the organization. So the trajectory, as Gate City Sports was saying, is projected up. So look, I know, it's hard to hear as Cowboys fans, that, the time in the past is over. The 90s are gone. We're now in 2020. Look, we understand y'all have a new coach, okay? Y'all trying to figure out new philosophies. One thing that we have that is a consistent in Philly land is we have the same greatness that brought us one of these. So we have pretty much in place right now. Everything else we're just building on. So I'm confused as an Eagles fan how a Dallas Cowboy fan has the audacity to say the word Super Bowl when you're rebuilding. Let me know, gang.
We're not rebuilding, we're reloading. That's a completely different circumstance.
Oh.
And you ask what has changed since you brought one of those home. The guy right there in the picture on there, he's not there anymore. That quarterback's not there anymore. And so he's not there anymore. So you guys really don't have that consistency at quarterback that you had that year. Now, granted, that was a magical season. You can't take that away from you guys. I'm not gonna even hold you. But Nick Foles isn't there. And also, what you have to remember, when is the last time there's been a back-to-back division champion in the NFC East? So
I believe it was a team that wears green that did it the last time.
What year was that? When was that?
I'll give it to you. It was over the 2000s, but
yeah, exactly. So when it comes to, so if you're looking at history, there won't be a repeat divisional champion this year, and it's going to come down between the two of us. And I'm going to tell you like this: if it wasn't for coaching that we had last year, we should have took the division. That last game shouldn't even matter between the two of us. We had mishaps. I'll say it. I'm sure everybody, Cowboys fans in the chat, will say Doug Pearson is a superior coach to Jason Garrett. But as you said, Philly Notion, he's not around no more. He's in New York. We got a great coaching staff that's in place. And so the weapons that we've had, we've reloaded the clip. We've gotten stronger on both sides of the ball. That's why the Cowboys fans are optimistic about this season going to the Super Bowl versus the chances for where you guys stand at this standpoint.
Jtuck, let me ask you one question.
All right.
Because you brought this up. So let me make a counterpoint.
Okay.
Carson Wentz doesn't hand Nick Foles home field advantage. Can Nick Foles win on the road in the playoffs and hoisted that Lombardi that year?
I mean, it depends. I mean, it's a team game, so you really can't place it just on the quarterback position. And granted, Carson Wentz did do his job that season, but he didn't have to go through the full gauntlet. I mean, we had a guy before Dak Prescott who was great in the regular season, and when it really counted, he always disappeared. Don't kill me, Cowboys fans, just stick with me. But he disappeared. When it counted most. And that's what determines a great quarterback is how can they handle themselves throughout the clutch. And Carson Wentz hasn't been able to get to that point. Now, if it would have been maybe he got to the NFC Championship game and went down, okay, then maybe he'll get a little bit more credit, because the conversation I always have with people, think about Dak's rookie season. If Romo would have came in playoffs and led us to a Super Bowl, y'all wouldn't have gave that Super Bowl to Dak Prescott. That wouldn't count under his resume. So the one that doesn't count under Wentz's resume may as well. Am I right?
Wait a minute, Jtuck. But what's the scenario? That Dak plays 13, 14 games that year, basically clinches the number 1 seed, and then Romo comes in relief? Because I would say that Dak had a pretty big hand in that.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, he did, but there was still, when you get to the playoffs, things go up a whole nother level. Yep. And there's a lot of great quarterbacks that weren't able to seize the moment once things got into the playoff atmosphere. So how do you know that if you guys would have even had Carson once he was healthy, that you guys would even have that one ring that Philly Notion keeps flashing the camera? We wouldn't have known. And so that is why a lot of people are skeptical of Carson Wentz. Can he really make it through the gauntlet of going through a regular season and playoff? So that's why you guys drafted a quarterback in the second round this year. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
So
I think hang on. I think there's an element. I think there's an element of truth to that, you look at everything that's going on between all the stuff with COVID, right? The uncertainty of the season, the uncertainty of the health of the players and the safety of the players. Sure. And of course, look, I'm not going to sit here and I won't act like Carson Wentz is Sam Bradford, right? Because I think there's a difference in the way that these guys were sustaining injuries. Sam Bradford was just brittle. Right. Carson Wentz is just a little reckless at times when he plays the game. He doesn't concern himself with injury.
Yeah.
He takes shots. Let's be honest. I'm not even going to deny that.
Right.
But what I will say is this, and I know what you're saying is that nobody knows how any player is going to play underneath that stress until it comes. Right. But what I can say is that we have a micro sample of when the season should have went down the toilet. Wentz kept it up.
Right.
No one would have hated on him for falling on his face down the stretch last year with what happened. I mean, there was nobody around him. I mean, outside of it, we could say Goddard, Goddard was still there. Miles Sanders came on and Miles Sanders proved his worth. Boston Scott showed that he could be serviceable. Right. But none of those guys, even Zach Ertz, we had to win week 17 without Ertz. Right. We were down all 3 starting, receivers, our starting tight end and our running back, technically.
Right.
our starting right tackle on top of it.
Right.
And Wentz went out there and clinched it.
We're not arguing that. We're telling you that game, we should have won, and we didn't. And you guys came, and you guys play with a lot of second string people, and
right.
My point.
I think
our
argument is,
do you think the pressure situation?
But But my question, and I think that what Jtuck's question is, do you think that if Wentz was your QB, that you guys would have won that Super Bowl that year? That's what I want to know, because I don't think it would have been possible.
I'll throw out my take on that. So how I look at it is, we know we needed Wentz, okay, to at least get us to the point to where he was at. Honestly, that's going to be speculation, right? I mean, we haven't. That's an honest thing to say. We haven't seen, Wentz in that form to whether or not he could actually do that job, but we know he could set it up. So that's one thing that's a fact. And honestly, I think he has all the tools. When you look at everything, when you weigh out Carson Wentz as a whole, I mean, yes, I would feel more confident going into a playoff situation, with of course, healthy Carson Wentz. That's your only knock, or that's the only knock anybody is going to say on Carson is this injury. But we know the talent is there for Carson. And I'm going to ride through the playoffs with a starting healthy Carson Wentz versus definitely a healthy Dak Prescott. I'm going to tell you right now.
How can you say that when Dak is a proven playoff winner and Carson Wentz isn't? We've seen it. We saw Dak Prescott as a rookie go toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers, and based on a field goal and a 3rd and 20, things go a lot different. It's rookie season. We've seen Dak in the playoffs against a Russell Wilson and what he's done. I don't have no highlights. If you have any links for Carson Wentz, send it my way. But we don't know. It's, like you said, it's all just hearsay. Like
exactly, and I don't disagree with that. We need to see that from Carson. This is why, honestly, this is a big year for Carson. He has a lot of expectations. We need to see him. We need to see the playoff appearance. We know that. But at the same time,
an appearance or a win.
When Dak is loaded with talent, he's got all the talent in the world around him.
But that's what I was just gonna say. Does Carson Wentz have weapons to throw to this year as much as Dak does? I know you guys got some weapons, but do you have what Dallas has? I don't think so.
Honestly, I think we're better than you, Sid, to be honest. You might have better front line, but you don't have the same range of depth that we do. Once you get past CeeDee Lamb, bro, I could go play for Dallas. I'm just going to be real with you. The back end of your roster is suspect.
Roster where? We're talking about wide receivers?
Past your starting 3 receivers. Past CD. When you get past those starting 3, it's real suspect.
Do you realize who we have in the backfield?
Yeah, I get you got Ezekiel Elliott. I get that. But what I'm talking about is sustain 1 to 2 injuries, and you're going to be in a very, very similar situation to what Philly was in, to where you got a lot of guys on the back end of the roster that might be pretty good special teams producers, but you're going to have a lot of questions about their ability and their production in games and whether or not they can be serviceable targets for Dak Prescott real quick. Now, I know that it helps that you got Zeke and you can rely more on your running game in that particular situation, but that would derail probably a lot of the title talk.
But do you remember? Wait. Do you remember what Cooper did to you guys? Because I do.
I remember what Slade did to Cooper.
I remember Cooper on the last game, coming out the game on the last play. What was it, like 4th and 11 or something? That's the Cooper I remember. Last game of the season with the game on the line. That's the Cooper I remember.
Yeah, checked himself out, didn't he?
That's the only Cooper. That's the only Cooper.
I'm done, Coach.
That's the only Cooper you remember, though? Because I remember some other Coopers. I
do too.
Especially against Philly.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you this. Amari Cooper has made Dak Prescott a lot better of a quarterback. I'm not going to deny that. But the thing is,
wait. What did you just say? Repeat what you just said.
Blanket a receiver.
Okay. Guys, please in the chat, please chime in on this. Do you think Carson Wentz is a better QB than Dak, or do you think that Dak is a better QB than Carson Wentz?
So when we say a better QB, what are we basing
topic? Who's been better in head-to-head games against each other, Carson or Dak?
But so you're looking at just the individual stats, right?
Yeah.
As an individual
who's been
aspect.
better?
Carson Wentz. But who won more games? Like,
okay, but is that a team statistic?
But here's the thing. Granted, Carson Wentz is a decent quarterback. Like I said, I don't hate Carson Wentz. You know, I like the kid. I like him off the field, you know, what he represents and everything like that. But if it wasn't for him playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, if he played for the Browns, no one would mention Carson Wentz in the same breath as Dak Prescott. The only reason why he's tied to Dak Prescott is because he's in our division and he's our rival. That's it. That's the only reason why. Because if you look at the full scope of things, statistically wise, Dak wins. Winning wise, Dak wins. Leadership wise, Dak wins.
Mm-hmm.
Does he? Could Dak have won last season with the practice squad? Could he have clinched the division? Because he couldn't even do it with those 3 receivers you had.
That's
Well,
why y'all had
just
to get
saying.
Amari.
But, yeah,
Leadership.
That's why y'all
Where
had to
was
get
it?
Amari.
Where
No,
was
but-
it when
but
you
what
had
you
the Eagles? When you had the Eagles on a silver platter, where was Dak's leadership? It
He was hurt.
action.
He was
hurt. We had
hurt.
Jason Garrett.
That's what I'm saying. You just mentioned Doug Peterson being a top 5 coach.
Mhm.
You wouldn't fix your lips to say that about Jason Garrett. None of us would. Coaching
Never.
does matter. Coaching
Yep.
does matter. And now I feel like same should adjust, continue winning with this Dallas Cowboys team. But I feel like Jason Garrett wasn't equipped to be able to do that. Like we've seen cases where one player goes down and Jason Garrett just loses functionality as a coach, or left tackle is out, or right tackle is out, or Zeke suspended, different things like that. Jason Garrett and his staff didn't make the proper adjustments that I trust Mike McCarthy will.
Yeah.
That's the
Can I
difference.
tell you? Can I give you guys my reason to why I think Dak is completely suspect and doesn't even deserve to be in the same conversation as Wentz?
The floor is yours.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to shut all it down real quick to where there's nowhere to go with the argument. I'm going to give you Dak in one quarter that tells you everything about Dak's career. Dak in the fourth quarter of games. He's 365 completions on 571 attempts. 63.92% rate, right? 4,445 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That sounds phenomenal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's also surface level statistics. Let's dig. Take the trailing with 2 minutes, trailing with 4 minutes, and let's combine it. Just say when trailing with under 4 minutes to go. What does he look like? What does he look like, gentlemen? He's 121 of 246, 49% completion rate, 1,409 yards, 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Is that a quarterback you trust?
Absolutely.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So are we going, since we're tossing out numbers, are we going to toss out his QBR? Are we going to toss out win percentage? Are we going to mention any of those things?
Yeah, we can. I can talk
Because
it up for you.
You're a stats guy. Let's go.
Suspect. I'm gonna-
No,
You're
wait.
digging your own grave,
I even pulled out his.
Digging your own
Listen,
grave, guys.
guys, you gotta understand something. If you guys look at the screen right now, I pulled out college and NFL stats, and in both, Dak is beating Wentz. In both.
Where did Dak Prescott play again?
SEC.
Okay, where did Carson Wentz play again?
But so how does that? But do you understand your
Y'all didn't
argument?
even want Dak Prescott. Y'all wanted Paxton Lynch.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
not even
say
that,
y'all. Don't say
but
y'all.
who had
Yeah.
more talent around them? Did Dak Prescott have more talent around him in college, or do you think Carson Wentz did?
Who was playing around more time? Who played against more talent though?
Did Dak win anything? Carson did.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Okay,
Sure
so
did. Shout out to the Bison.
Beating both in the NFL now and in college.
yeah, but can we
Just
also
saying.
argue? But can we also argue right now that overall, if you look at stats, that Dak overall is a better QB than Carson Wentz?
I don't agree with that. It's not even close. I don't.
I see you shuffling paper. What do you got?
right,
I'm
let's go.
interested. Interested.
Let's
I'm
talk, guys.
interested to
All
see.
right. So all right, you guys you're naming these very surface level stats, but you're not digging into what can tell you, like, okay, how's this person performing when the chips are on the table and when games, because he's suspect as man.
But
The
we
problem
don't-
with Dak is
But we
that
don't have any of that with
so
Carson Wentz because he
inconsistent, it's
hasn't
not
been in that.
funny.
He
He's
hasn't been in that
really
position.
inconsistent, guys. So, Dak's record versus teams with a 500 record, right? So 500 or better, 16 and 18 over 34 games.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
I'm not knocking him for that. The better the competition you play, the harder it is to win games. Okay. Everyone knows that. It's really hard to have a winning record against a winning record team.
Okay.
All right. In 16 of those 34 games, he had a 100+ rating. Okay. That's not bad. That means he can play at a very high level when he wants to. And 20 out of 34 games, he had a 90+ rating. Really good. Let's just take it to how many games, though, did he come in with 70? 9. 9 games. If your QB rating is below a 70, you are discernibly playing very bad. All right?
You do know that Dak has more winning drives, right?
No, he doesn't. Ezekiel Elliott does.
So,
We're
okay.
Facts.
Okay.
Look, I think, we
He's
can
got
all
3 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. What drive did he win exactly?
I'm saying we can pretty much all agree, Dak has the talent around him.
Yeah.
What's the, the pause for, for them not getting over that threshold because he's loaded with talent. These same things, Jerry Jones sees this. This is why I think, honestly, why they haven't, put the whole bag out for Dak Prescott, because they know he needs the talent around him. So
you give us Doug Peterson, you take Jason Garrett, we mop the floor with you numerous times.
Yes, I agree with the talent level around you. Absolutely.
What season?
Because there's a big difference between Garrett and Peterson. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, there's a huge
But listen, I gave you guys Dak's numbers. Hang on. I gave you Dak's numbers. It's not fair to not then say Carson's, because I think when you filter just by 500, there's not a big difference. They're similar. So when you filter by 500, Carson's had 19 out of 36 games with a 90-plus quarterback rating or higher, okay? If you want me to give you that number for Dak again, guys, it was 20 out of 34 with the 90-plus, okay? Relatively pretty close, all right?
Okay.
When we look at under a 70 rating, Wentz has had 4 out of 36. Dak had 9 out of 34. My point being here, guys, is 32 out of 36 games, Wentz had a 70 or better QBR rating, all right? I don't think that Wentz has the same crazy highs that Dak has, but he is way more consistent than Dak is. Dak is all over the place when you look at these ratings. He's not good in the fourth quarter games when he's trailing, and he's not good in head-to-head competition.
I don't agree.
Against the
not good.
What don't you agree with? I mean, they're the hardline facts. They're stats. It's his actual ratings.
But it's translating to wins though.
Wins or a what? Statistic,
right? So statistically,
right.
He's still winning. Team. So what would you prefer? Would you prefer for Carson Wentz to put up better stats and you continue to lose to the Cowboys, or win? You want the win. We want the win.
We want the win.
And so
did you get the win when it mattered last year?
Exactly. It's about winning one game.
I'm trying to say,
y'all can sweep us and we could still go to the playoffs, and that's a successful.
But that was not due to you guys. That was due to us losing to the Bills, to the Jets.
Yep. Chicago
Bears.
I disagree.
It should even came down to that point for that game between us.
Jtuck, I disagree, man. I watched film. Dak missed about 7 throws badly in that game.
Against Philly?
Big conversion throws.
Against Philly? Against you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of Dak's worst games, but he was injured.
But
what I'm saying is,
but I brought that up, Jtuck, last year, and I'm not holding you accountable to this because I didn't have a conversation with you. Right. But I brought this up to Cowboy fans in December of last year. I said, you won't win this game. Dak's shoulder is worse than they're letting on.
Yeah.
It's over. And everyone kept saying, no, you're falling for it. And I said, no, I'm watching them in practice. I've played the position. Right. I know when your throwing motion's messed up. Yeah. Throwing motion's off.
And I feel like with coaching, a real coach, if you're a coach, I'm a coach, what would you do in that case if your quarterback is hurt? You have one of the best running backs in the NFL. What do?
Run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have done.
They put Dak in bad situations. Like, they didn't put him in a position to win. That was coaching. And what we're trying to say is why Cowboys fans are so optimistic about this season, that is now erased. Yep. That is now erased. We're not worrying about that. I'm not worried about these same coaching mistakes that we went through last season.
So pretty much it sounds like this whole season, honestly, is just a bunch of a hope bucket. Because y'all hope for McCarthy to come over and be resurged. Don't act like right now, before McCarthy left Green Bay, like he wasn't I think he was like 7-9 one year. Then right before his last exit party, he was like 4-7. So, hey, y'all hope that Mike McCarthy is resurged and not washed. One thing that's a fact for the Eagles is that we know we have a consistent stable of coaching. So I understand it. We had to hope and wish that, after I'm not even going to say the name. Everybody in Eagle Land knows who destroyed our organization before Chip Kelly took over. But again, you know what I'm saying? We had to hope that Doug Peterson was that guy. Thank goodness. And I'm not going to lie. I didn't know, honestly, I didn't have a whole big background on Doug Peterson. I believe he was coaching like high school or something like that. I know he was with, the Chiefs and all that, but didn't have the extreme resume. Right. But it was a hopeful thing. And we hoped and we hit. And, hey, we have that as the consistent theme now. Okay, now y'all are in a similar situation that y'all hope McCarthy, somehow hits on the resurgence light switch.
How do we're not.
Not just on coaching. We're speaking from a coaching aspect. We're speaking from a talent aspect.
Yep.
Because we got stronger on both sides of the ball. That's really.
Yes,
absolutely.
How do we not?
Absolutely did. So
how are you stronger along your D line right now?
So you really think that your talent pool in Philadelphia is stronger than the talent pool that we have in not Kansas City, but in Dallas?
I would say if you're talking about Kansas City.
I live in Kansas City, so yeah.
Yeah.
So,
do I think from the top to the bottom? Yes. Do I think that if you're looking at 22, if you're looking at 11 on 11, I think it's argumentative. I think both teams have a lot of projection going on.
So do you think Philly has a chance against
losing Gerald McCoy was significant because you've got two guys that do not fit a one gap now. They're two gappers. Galmore played a two gap at Oklahoma. He's not, unless you guys switch to a two gap system with Nolan, who's done it before.
Right.
I think you got a lot of guys who might not fit your system. I think you're in more trouble than you guys realize along your D line.
So then we'll be able to come back here in a few months.
Don Terry Poe. I know he's played in one gap systems before, but he's a two gapper. And I know he acts, but he also finished like 200 and something in the league in pressure rate. He was successful when he got there, but he ain't getting a lot of it.
Right.
Like that's a problem, guys. Like,
yeah, I feel like our D line is far from a problem, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
but will we be able to come back in a few months and say Philly has more talent than the Cowboys, and that's why Carson Wentz won?
No.
Can we do that? Because that's the thing. It feels like you had to put a whole homework assignment together to find out ways to prove that Carson Wentz is better than Dak, and it defeats the whole purpose. If you have to reach that far below, and you really can't explain why Dak is constantly winning, he's showing up in bigger moments than Carson. What is Carson Wentz's signature moment? Was it last year beating the Cowboys going to the playoffs? Was that it? Or was it the run before he got hurt, before you guys won the Super Bowl?
I'll tell you, I would say that's a signature moment for me right there, because that game was on the line. We was playing against the Rams, and I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, that was a signature moment for Carson Wentz, throwing a touchdown on a torn ACL. That showed a lot of heart and a lot of grit from that man to set us up for that Super Bowl run. So that's his most.
I think that's Jtuck and Sid. I think you could argue either, because Carson getting home field throughout the winning home field advantage throughout the playoffs probably gives the Eagles the Lombardi. I have doubts that Nick Foles would have won on the road, to be honest.
Okay.
Now what I will say is this: I thought what Carson did at the end of the season playing Dallas, I think it's huge. Not because of like the statistical anything, like he didn't have that great of a stat line in that game. What I thought he did is he shut down a lot of the haters who said he couldn't lead. Because I think in that moment, it became very apparent this is his football team, and this kid can win with not a whole lot around him.
So then why did you turn around in the second round and draft a quarterback?
That's what I was just about to ask. If you guys are so confident, why did you go get a second quarterback?
If you're so confident in Dak, why do you got Andy Dalton?
As a backup.
And one of the things, fellas, I know, again, I understand y'all report on the Cowboys, but one of the things the Eagles actually, that's their philosophy. They invest in quarterbacks. They would have drafted a quarterback regardless. Maybe I understand the second round pick is a question. I get that. But if it's a quarterback that they want and they truly want to develop, I understand it. They value their quarterbacks there. That has been the blueprint since Andy Reid has been our coach. Yeah. Even further, I'm sure beyond that. So that's just a philosophy thing. The Eagles value quarterbacks, so that's why they drafted one. And now looking at how this whole, potential situation with the season, we don't know what's going on where. It looks like a smart move from Howie Roseman in the Eagles organization, in my opinion.
How?
I'm going to be honest with you, Jtuck. I think that they're into the gadget stuff, and I don't mean gadget stuff like Taysom Hill. I think that's smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Eagles are leaning into that 2-quarterback system. And I mean 2-quarterback system. I don't mean 2 quarterbacks in like one plays this play, that one comes in the next play, this plays this series, that plays next series. I mean 2 quarterbacks on the field at the same time. I think that, Doug Peterson's always a little weird. If you don't believe me, go look at my boy Philly Mike. He had a video. Philly Mike, you're going to have to let him know that video you sent me that day of Doug Peterson twirling around a water bottle in his mouth. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life. The dude's out there. He's out there, man. He's out there. He's weird, bro. I mean, he's the coach from The Water Boy. I mean,
Right.
he's out there. He's out there designing plays in the dark. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. Sometimes it works out with great success. Sometimes you got to yell at the TV screen. But I do think that he believes in a 2-quarterback system. I think that's a big part of it. I think that he wants to modernize that. I think he wants to advance that. I also think it has to do something with the fact that you can only change Carson Wentz so much. Carson Wentz isn't brittle. But if you're sitting there and you're telling the quarterback to play conservative, then you're changing what makes them good.
But
and
do you think?
I think Doug admitted that in his press conference. I don't know if you guys caught it because you guys are Cowboys content creators, but he admitted he should have been rolling the pocket with Wentz more. But they were a little reserved to expose him to injury.
Do you think that's going to send the right
it.
message? Do you think that sends a good message to your quarterback, though? Your quarterback, your starter. Do you think that's sending a good message to him? Like, for me, mentally, I'd be like, why? What's
Right.
behind this? What's the...
Right. It's difference between having an insurance policy and then drafting a replacement possibly.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
So you guys really think that if Jalen Hurts comes in for a few gadget plays here and there, that it was worth a 2nd-round pick?
No, I said straight up I didn't believe in the value. I believe in the player. I like the player. Second round was it was graded too high.
That was a reach.
He was an end of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th round talent.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. So, guys, before we go any further, it got a little heated there. You know, my everything started smoking on my end. So I just want to jump in the chat. I want to send a few shout outs, man. The Lunatic is in the house. Thanks for tuning in. TYC, thanks for tuning in. Simon says, thank you for tuning in. Reggie Goodridge, what's up, man? Yeah, and I'm just gonna flip over here. Solo Sports, thanks for tuning in. Eagles has landed. Thanks for tuning in. Eagles had landed. I don't even know. Wow. Okay. Listen, guys, this is huge, and this is what YouTube is about, and we're gonna do this again. And it's not stopping. It's not ending. We're still gonna go.
I'm gonna say.
You know, we got some questions. So, Philly, going into the 2020 season, what do you think the outcome is going to be against the 2 games that we face each other? Do you think that you guys actually has a chance to, you know, is it going 1-1? Is it going to be 2-0 for you guys, 2-0 for Dallas? Let me know. Be realistic. I want you guys, I ask you these questions because I want us to be realistic. We got to be realistic. Dallas Cowboy is stacked. The Philly is, I think you guys are rebuilding right now. That's how I see it.
So,
You know?
okay, that's a great question, Sid. And I'm going to tell you like this. You know, honestly, just looking at the way the Cowboys are built right now. Again, I understand y'all are rebuilding. And I think we see y'all fairly
reloading.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
we got the
whatever, garbagized. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, look, it's always a tough matchup every time we see y'all. I ain't going to say,
Right.
you know, we coming out there to mop y'all up. I think it is going to be a close game. Now, I think just on my side of things, just the way that Carson is motivated this year. I mean,
you don't think Dak is motivated?
I mean, he's definitely motivated. But again, this comes down to also some consistency with the coaching, which I don't think y'all have. I think y'all are going to take a little bit to find that and build that groove, which come November 1st, that's what, about 4 weeks or so after the season kicks off, 5 weeks. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think y'all will be in that groove at that point yet. So it's possible. I definitely feel we're taking November 1st. Let's not get that twisted. We win in November 1st. Now, the game, I believe, is like after Christmas, a couple days, December the 27th, depending on what we're playing for. Honestly, I think, and hey, y'all can call me what it is, but I look at the Eagles as potentially having either some kind of an 11-5 or 12-4 type of a season. So I don't know if we'll have the division in the bag by that point. And if that's the case, we might play some bench squad come December 27th, and the game ain't gonna be played for nothing, and y'all might win it. But beyond that, if we're playing for it and the game is on the line, brother, please believe y'all catching a broom sweep. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think you're on cloud. I think you're smoking something. That's my opinion, because I don't see it being a clean sweep. I believe that, the Eagles game and the Dallas games are always, like you said, very close games, except for last year. The first game and then the second game, but whatever, we won't get into that again. But I believe that we'll have a 1-1 this year, and then a lot of people in the chat are saying it. I find that we always struggle in December for some reason. That I don't know what it is.
Coaching.
Yeah, exactly. But and also the Romo curse, I call it. But I believe it'll be a 1-1. Jtuck, please chime in. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, to be real, I had the prediction at 1-1. But like I said, the hard part about making predictions with this season is that we don't know what things will look like. I mean, going to Philly and playing in front of your crazy Philly fans versus an empty stadium is a completely different scenario. So you really have to see what things look like.
Philly, turn on your camera.
You really have to see what things look like first. But I would say 1-1 is a safe bet. But if it had to really go into it, I feel like what he said is completely false. I feel like Philly's going to be chasing us from out the gate, and we're really not going to have to come down to that last game against Philly to win the division. I feel like we're going to have – this will be more of that rest our starters last week type of team, to be honest with you, because I feel like the Cowboys have enough talent. I feel like with Mike McCarthy, everything's going to be solid. So I'm really not – to be honest with you, my focus isn't really on Philly. I'm going to be completely 100. I know that this is the show, but my focus is on bigger targets, like beating the Saints and beating teams like the Seahawks and like that. Like that's where I'm focused. I'm focused on Green Bay and, those type of teams. Like beating Philly and winning the division, it is what it is. I feel like that's just the minimum amount expectations. I feel like that's already the expectation when it comes to the Cowboys this season. So I'm really focused on the bigger teams, but I feel like it's going to be a split probably. But it really depends on what the season looks like as far as having fans and different things like that. And I see that I'm under Philly Notion right now, so I took over his spot. I'm gonna hold it down.
Yeah, man, because Philly, you close your window, man. Please do not close your window.
He's back.
Yeah.
A little switch around Hollywood Squares. So, but yeah, I would say 1-1 for the split. But my question to you guys: so why can't you be so optimistic about the season? Like, I just really don't understand what can make you guys optimistic about the season. We can't. Like, because I'm really trying to look at it from the outside. Like, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm just looking at it from a football perspective, and I'm looking at the Eagles. I don't feel optimistic about what you guys have. Maybe Jalen Reagor is that guy. He's gonna take you over the hump. But looking at what you guys have, because we did this show with Bluff City Cowboys, we broke down the rosters, looked at the depth and everything, and I just wasn't excited about it. So maybe there's something that you guys
why don't we walk it through, Jtuck? Why don't you walk us through and tell us, like, where is your apprehension at?
Because I feel like the only position that we said, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sid, the only advantage that Philly had over us in the division was the tight end position.
Yep.
And that was it with Goddard and Zach Ertz. I feel like there's questions in our secondary, but there's questions in your secondary as well. I feel like our offensive line is stronger, our wide receiving core is stronger, our quarterback stronger, our running backs are stronger. So when you look at it from a talent perspective, where is Philly's strong point? Is it really just going to be Wentz just placing the team back on his back and leading you guys to the playoffs and to Tampa?
I'll put it this way. Is the team that you think's lining up week one worse than the team that lined up in the playoffs for Philadelphia?
No.
See the optimism?
Yeah, but okay. So I'll take that point. But the reason why I say is that the only reason that you guys made the playoffs last year was due to Jason Garrett and bad coaching. Like,
yeah.
That was really it. There was no reason why we should have even been close to you guys. Like once you guys had the injuries and everything went down, we should have just blew that lead out the door with the NFC East and could have rested that game. But I feel like Jason Garrett had so many coaching blunders, whether it was Minnesota and the games we mentioned, that put you guys right into position. And as we know, when we line up Cowboys versus Eagles, it could go either way. But I feel like that was the difference maker. But if I feel like we run that entire thing back, you guys are at full strength. We're at full strength, but what we have in place, it won't even get to that point this season.
So let me ask you a question, because there's a sticking point here that I think has to be addressed in order for us to kind of go forth with it, and it revolves around Mike McCarthy.
Right.
Because what I'm hearing from you two guys is that you guys feel that Mike McCarthy is like just exponentially better than Jason Garrett.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And Doug Peterson.
Okay. We can stick to that one later. I don't agree with that one clearly.
Okay.
But explain to me, how do you get kicked out of Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback if you're that good?
Because relationships become stale.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it happens. You get tired of people.
That's exactly what it is.
Jason Garrett leaving practices to get massages? Was he that derelict in his duties?
People need to change the scenery. People need to change the scenery. Look what Andy Reid did, leaving Philadelphia to come to Kansas City and win a Super Bowl. So
and Andy
sometimes
Reid's up there. Like Andy Reid's up there. You can't
come on, man.
McCarthy.
But
McCarthy's
no. But I'm saying that. But Andy Reid ended up leaving Philadelphia. He needed to change his scenery. He needed something new. He absolutely did. Like Mike McCarthy needed to change his scenery. It just wasn't working between his perennial quarterback and what he had in mind. Like it just grows stale. And we know Aaron Rodgers is an easy person to deal with, so he probably just had enough of it. But as far as from a coach,
I agree with what you're saying, Jtuck.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is definitely not an easy person to deal with because you literally have a coach playing quarterback.
Right.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Right.
But do you think Dak Prescott's in a better place in his head right now with the organization too?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think.
Not without a contract.
Not like, okay, if we're gonna go into the contract negotiation aspect, I get it. But I believe, and we've had this discussion before, Dak is coming out with even more to prove this year. Guys, he's going back into a contract negotiation next year.
Yeah.
So don't you think with that in mind that he's gonna be like, okay, know what? I have to come out and I have to be a dog this year.
Yeah,
and
I
with
feel.
Go ahead, Duck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't feel like he's in a better situation with the organization, but I feel like we'll see a different Dak Prescott than what we've seen before from the last 2 seasons. Absolutely.
So when you say you'll see it, this is what confuses me though, guys. When you say you'll see a
Please,
better Dak Prescott, you guys just told us that statistically he's this great quarterback. Like, so where's the difference coming from?
He's gonna put up better numbers this year.
Gonna put up better numbers. I think we go from that top 10 range, because I have him probably around 9-10 range right now. I think he's going to be one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL this season, to be honest with you. And granted, the weapons do take into consideration, but I feel like the coaching staff of Mike McCarthy, he's a quarterback coach. I feel like him and Kellen Moore is going to put him in better situations. I feel like with the team that we have surround him, I feel like Dak's going to take a huge leap. Plus, he has that chip on his shoulder when it comes to dealing with the organization, what he went through with this offseason. So.
Yep.
Let's
go.
Yeah, and so I see Philly Talk Podcast mentioned pressing ain't always good. Yeah, I feel like there will be some pressing early, but I feel like that's when Mike McCarthy is going to really shine to really rein Dak Prescott back in to let him know he doesn't have to press. But like I said, I'm expecting a huge leap from Dak Prescott this season.
Huge.
You don't think that somewhere in the back of Dak's mind he's not thinking, screw this, they got one more year to franchise tag me, I'm going to take them to the bank, and this is at a breaking point? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Dak Prescott's a Cowboy again.
Absolutely not.
I don't.
He should have been taken care
I don't,
of,
because he's not going to be Patrick Mahomes, guys. But we're getting to the market now to where Jerry Jones mishandled this situation so badly that now
No, both parties did.
You're going to have to pay him Patrick Mahomes level money.
No, both parties did. And if Dak wins the Super Bowl, yeah, he'll get Patrick Mahomes money.
Let me ask you a question. In hindsight, knowing what Carson and everyone signed for, you don't think it was stupid of Jerry Jones not to sign him to a $30-some million contract?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Before Carson signed.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not arguing.
So then to me, it's not mishandled on Dak's spot. Dak knew exactly what the market was going to be because his agent told him what was coming down the road.
Right.
Jerry fumbled it.
He fumbled. Yeah. They absolutely fumbled. They should have taken care of this. They should have took it. I've said this numerous times. We should have took care of Dak Prescott before we took care of Ezekiel Elliott. Like,
listen,
that should have been the priority. But that's where we're at right now with it. So kind of thinking back how Dak's going to view this season, I feel like Dak's mentality is going to be like, you know what? They don't want to give me all money. They don't think I'm worth it. I'm about to come out here and bust everyone's ass.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to the table next year and we're going to ask for even more money. And it's going to really put public pressure on Jerry Jones.
Where are you going to get the money?
He's going to have to find it. He's going to have to find it.
Yeah.
He's going to have to find it because if Dak Prescott has a great season, he jumps and makes a catapult within that top 5 quarterback range. We go to an NFC championship game, let's say. There's no way that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys staff can completely walk away from Dak Prescott.
None.
There's no way they can do it. So Dak is going to apply pressure. I feel like Dak plays better under pressure. Going back to the whole rookie season with the whole Romo shadow over his head, I feel like he plays better with pressure. So I feel like you're going to see a different Dak Prescott this season. Now, I do agree. If, let's say, for instance, shit hits the fan and we go 8-8, yeah, this might be the end of Dak Prescott in Dallas. If you guys are, optimistic as you say, you win the division and you go to the playoffs and we don't make the playoffs, yeah, there's no way Dak can come and still ask for those same numbers.
In my opinion, guys, if he doesn't make the NFC Championship, it's the end of Dak.
That's what I was gonna say.
The money's not gonna.
What's
It's not
the
gonna line up.
expectation?
I don't think
it's
that
expectation for Dak this year. Like what is considered what's acceptable? What threshold must he meet? Because we all know, yes, Dak's expectations and pressures right now are at an all-time high. We all know that. And another thing we know is that Mike McCarthy did not handpick Dak. So he doesn't have really no kind of, trusted, connected value to Dak. He's going to be evaluating Dak, just like if he doesn't see Dak getting the job done, he might put in Andy Dalton. Ain't no telling. But at the same time, what is that threshold for Dak that you have to meet this bar here? Is that an NFC championship? Is that just a playoff appearance? Is that a 10-6 record? What is that acceptable threshold?
We could be asking you guys the same thing about Carson Wentz. What is Carson Wentz expense?
I would definitely say
with that second round QB. What's his? We can be asking you the same question.
Right.
I can give you an answer though. I can answer with Carson Wentz. We need to see, of course, an injury plague, un-injury plague season. We need to see a full healthy season.
He's
and we
injury
need to
prone.
see a playoff appearance.
Right.
And I think that's
you say he's injury prone, but other Super Bowl winning and Hall of Fame quarterbacks sustained and missed more games than Carson did out the gate. I mean, to be fair about it. And you guys, you're calling him injury prone, but I know.
But isn't he not?
I'm not putting this on Sid. I'm not putting this on you, and I'm not putting this on Jtuck because this did not come out of y'all's mouth.
Right.
But Dallas Cowboy fans do talk a lot about Carson being injury prone and that Dak is so much better. But then in the same breath, try to speak into light that we lost that game because Dak was injured. It's a little, what I'm saying.
Yeah,
a little contradictory.
But
it was okay.
I was gonna say, what Philly Notion said. I think that you guys really need to see is Carson Wentz who you guys believe he is, because I think that's the thing with Carson Wentz. It's the unknown. We just haven't seen it. We've seen glimpses of it. We've seen it with Dak Prescott. We've seen glimpses of greatness with Dak Prescott. It's just that consistency. So I feel like if you guys were to see that with Carson Wentz, it'll make things a lot easier. But if something hits the fan this season and you guys miss the playoffs or he doesn't get off to a great start, there might be a quarterback controversy where they want to bring in Jalen Hurts. I feel like for Dak Prescott, I would personally say divisional, depending on how it goes. If we get to the divisional round, let's say we go to New Orleans, Dak Prescott plays lights out, but man, we just lost a hard, tough game by a field goal. I'm okay with that. But I feel like if we go to New Orleans, that same situation, we get the doors blown out and Dak plays horrible. I feel like that's where the Cowboys can sit back and analyze and say, maybe this is not going to be for you. We have this talent around you. We have the coaching around you. So I feel like a divisional great game from Dallas Prescott is really the minimal expectation for this season.
Yeah. What concerns me about the situation you guys find yourself in is we go to coaching and you say, hey, look, Jason Garrett let us down.
Yep.
But Jason Garrett was the same dude in 2016 that looked real good, to be honest. And division in 2018 too.
We're not saying that Jason. I'm not saying.
Hey, Jason Garrett let us down. Okay.
I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not saying Jason Garrett was a terrible coach, because he had some good years with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying towards the end, he lost respect from the players. It wasn't a secret. It was out there, and it came to the point where the players were no longer going to Jason Garrett. They were going straight to Jerry, and that became a problem.
I get what you're saying. He lost the locker room. I understand what you're saying, but that's
Totally.
That's not what I'm saying, though, Sid. My I'm talking about is the correction that you perceive your organization has made is a dude who also lost the locker room.
Yeah, but he's coming into a different.
You get where I'm coming from here?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Jay.
But what I'm saying from your aspect, you guys went through it. You guys went through a jump from Chip Kelly to going to Doug Peterson, and you realize how Doug Peterson's confidence, his arrogance, his creativity, it oozed to the locker room and it ran throughout his team. I feel like with the coaching staff, not just Mike McCarthy, but Mike Nolan and the rest of the coaches on the staff, it's going to be a different atmosphere. Even just watching it from our aspect, from what's going through training camp, the way that they're conducting themselves right now in training camp is completely different than how they conducted themselves under the Jason Garrett era. So I feel like it's going to be a different approach when it comes to work for the Dallas Cowboys team that we're not accustomed to. So I think that's one of the reasons why we're saying there's going to be a difference between Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy. Because I feel like when we play the Sean Paytons, the Bill Belichick's, those type of coaches, Jason Garrett used to shrink. He used to shrink in those big moments. Even when he plays you guys with Doug Peterson.
Yeah,
he would shrink. He would tighten up. He never would just go for the kill. It was always, okay, we're up by 3. Let's just hopefully we can just get out with a win and run Zeke. Like, no. I feel like right now with Mike McCarthy and with this team and the way that they're devoted to this offense, it's going to be a completely different feel that we're coming out for teams jugular, and it's going to really ooze through our locker room on the defensive side of the ball as well, special teams, just the whole organization. So that's why we're saying Mike McCarthy's going to take a huge leap this season.
He's already done. He's already shown Go ahead.
I guess my point would be, guys, is that one can progress forward and still fall short.
Right. Yeah.
And McCarthy, like I said, he might be better than Jason Garrett.
Right.
But he's had a lot of the same exact problems that Garrett's had. His offense got stale.
You know what I'm going to offer you guys? I'm going to offer you guys something. So we're now in September. So we're going to redo this again in November. And we're going to see where we're going to see where Eagles are at and where Dallas is at. And we're going to look back at this video, and I want you guys to tell us, because I know what you guys are going to tell us, because I can say it right now. You guys were right and we were wrong.
Yeah, so I feel like they're hoping that Mike McCarthy's going to be a bust.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the only leverage that Eagles fans really
have.
Well, look, I mean, let's be real. I hope that 31 other coaches outside of Doug Peterson are bust. But
right,
I mean,
right.
Come on,
right. We get.
I'm not saying it as in like I feel like this is a surefire like Eagles win the division. Like, of course, there's scenarios to where things can go to catastrophe for the Eagles. I mean. Obviously, things can happen. Some of these young guys could not be ready yet.
Right.
As that 2-3 years from now might be major contributors, might diversify this offense, stretch the field, might be everything we think they are, but it may not happen initially. That can happen. The offensive line on the Eagles. I think that individually we have very good players on the Eagles on that offensive line, but I do worry early on in camp if they're gelling and they're becoming one unit.
Right.
It's hard to know right now because everything going on, a lack of a complete offseason, things like that. Like, obviously there are ways the Eagles can lose this division and can have like a disastrous season, no doubt about it.
Right. On both sides.
That's
I
what I'm about to say. We got to be real too.
Injured.
Yeah.
I like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not ready to compete at the NFL level yet. He has a very elongated delivery. He doesn't particularly see the field well. He's really only a 1 to 2 read progression quarterback at this stage. I think that there's actual talent with Jalen Hurts, but I don't think this is a dude you just plug in right away to run your offense, and this guy's going to go put you in the playoffs. Like, you know what I mean? Could he make the Eagles competitive just by his legs alone and hurting the defense, making everyone come up in the box with the Eagles' speed? Sure. But I think there would be a major drop-off in the quarterback play if Wentz goes down. And to be honest with you, Sudfeld's probably way more polished in the pocket. I don't believe in Sudfeld. I don't think Sudfeld could win more than 2 games, to be real with you.
Hey, Sid, real quick, bro. I just want to go ahead and, I'm looking at this chat box in here, bro, and I'm loving all this energy.
Yeah.
I'm loving all this energy.
It's hard.
From y'all fan base. But what I want y'all to do is get all that hope that y'all got in y'all's little hope box. Put that in there. We hope McCarthy gonna be successful.
I'll put it in here.
Get that out of there, because November 1st, y'all know who we coming with. Maybe Thanos over there, all right? But yeah, bro, you know we doing this again, my guy.
Yeah, so for sure, and we're not gonna end this right now, but I want you guys, and there's a lot of new people who jumped in, so let's just run it through quickly. Let them know where to find you, please, Steve. Let them know again where to find you and where to subscribe.
All right, everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Steve. I'm with Gate City Sports Channel. So if you go, just search Gate City Sports, I'll pop up, guys. You'll see my ugly mug there. All right.
And
I'm
sure
also I'm also 1/3 of the Battlebirds podcast, guys. If you guys want to listen to the Battlebird podcast, we got a couple of interesting episodes up. One in which we did rank our top 10 quarterbacks. And if you don't know Reese, Mike, and myself, if you think we agree on things like top 10 quarterbacks and top 10 running backs, I reassure you, we don't. We see things drastically different. And we're all Eagle fans, and yet we still see things differently. With that said, guys, we're up on pretty much every platform that you can listen to podcasts. I mean, if you don't find it, hit me up. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Hit me up on YouTube and say, Steve, I'm on this platform. Where's your podcast, bro?
Steve, I gotta stop you there because I sent you a friend request like 2 days ago, and you still haven't accepted me. So,
oh, where are you at? Which one? To where?
on Twitter, the one that, yeah, I sent. No, you did not. So just please accept the request. Philly Notion, my man, let them know where to find you, man.
Yeah, brother, you already know. Go ahead and warm it up, though, because y'all know what time it is. It's your boy, Philly Notion. Notion Gang salute. You already know. And if you checking my stream out, y'all know what to type in, Philly Notion, because over there we doing the belt check, ring check. Y'all already know. We all the way in there, gang. So, type in Philly Notion. Y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Again, make sure y'all go hit that subscribe, because we pushing it in all Eagle flavor, gang. And y'all know we got the eye on the ops too, so I appreciate my fellas for having me roll through. You already know.
Yeah, man. Jtuck, let the fans know. And please, Jay, show those rings again, man. Please.
Those rings, man.
Show the rings.
I'm not going to put them back on because they almost got stuck on my fingers, man. Yeah, man. But it's your boy Jtuck, man. Cowboys fans only on YouTube, also on Facebook. But go to the YouTube channel, guys. Hit me up. Comment, like, subscribe, share, man. I appreciate talking football, not just with Cowboys fans, but just with all fans, man. Like I said, Philly Notion's been showing love in the chat, man. So I'm glad to kind of see them face to face and, get to it. Also, follow me on Twitter at Jtuck151. I follow all Cowboys fans back. If you're an Eagles fan and you follow me and you say you came from this show and you follow my guy Steve and Philly Notion, then I'll follow you back as well, man. Just for a little bit. So,
hey, y'all know what the culture is.
Yeah,
the season's around the corner. Y'all sub both of these trolls up. Hey, they need the love too. And come November 1st and December 27th, they need all the love, gang. So go sub both of these gentlemen
man.
up.
I didn't even have that game circled on my radar, man. But now I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's where you guys can find me, though.
Yeah. Pat 1984, I want to send a shout out, man. Thanks for tuning in. Always tuning in. Guys, if you're tuning in to this, obviously you're seeing the craziness that's going on. Please check out my YouTube channel, Dallas Cowboys, the number 4 in life. I already had a whole bunch of Philly guys sub, and I really, really appreciate it. I hit my 500 mark yesterday, and now I'm way over it. And I want to thank Philly Notion for sending me that huge shout out. And definitely check me out on Twitter. It's Sid DC for life. Philly fans as well, follow me. I'm not as picky as Jtuck. I follow anyone, man, because I just want to get my followers up there. So with that being,
Eagle fans, if you guys are out there and you're looking for, for the most part, an unbiased viewpoint, and you're trying to find a content creator that'll be somewhat straightforward, not a little too crazy, I would suggest it. I checked out a few of his videos. I like the way that he keeps things balanced, man. He doesn't go overboard with it. He tries to stay fairly analytical and what he's looking at. He tries to keep perspective with things. Guys, I would definitely highly recommend him.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that so much, man. So with that being said, guys, I want to ask you guys something. Who's taking the NFC East this year?
Cowboys.
Well, let me go and kick that off, fellas. Can I kick that one off? Please let me roll it out. You already know. Belt.
Cause wait.
Hey, back-to-back division champs coming y'all's way. Y'all look.
Wait.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta ask this question. And I feel like these guys, at least they're Eagles fans, but they're honest Eagle fans. So I want you guys to look in the camera and tell me that you guys were not interested in drafting CeeDee Lamb.
You guys cried.
CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, did you not want CeeDee Lamb?
So, okay, I'll give you my thoughts on CeeDee Lamb. When CeeDee Lamb was available, honestly, I thought the Eagles might possibly pick him. No, that was not my, I need CeeDee Lamb. Honestly, I wanted Henry Ruggs. That was my first valuable pick. But, I'll be on the board, and I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, we need to consider CeeDee Lamb right now. So, hey, I'm going to put it out there. I'm not knocking Lamb.
Kept it honest.
I would have scooped him up too. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say like that was my, my third value pick because I would have picked Henry Ruggs.
Gotcha.
So I'll be honest with you, Sid, and you can go back and track this if you don't believe me. You can ask anyone in the comments; they'll tell you. I was on Jalen Reagor back in December. I wanted Reagor from the jump because I thought that he was a beautiful fit for the Eagles. In terms of CeeDee Lamb, you can see me give an unbiased, basically, on his film, to where this was long before the Cowboys drafted him. This is long before I knew where he was going. My pure thoughts on who he was. Now, when I look at CeeDee Lamb, here's what I'll say, man. I think that he is a very good physical player. I know you might not like this comparison. He's a little similar to Dez Bryant, to be honest.
You know it. Yeah.
I think that he is a better route runner than people give him credit for. And I do think that this kid is a kid who loves contact.
Yeah.
I was not happy that they drafted him. But even if you go watch our live stream, which was it was me, Mike, and Reese, we did a live stream of the draft. I said, I can't blame you guys. If I was sitting there and this player fell down to me, I would have done it too. Even if I had more pressing needs. Right. When that level of player falls to you, you draft them.
Right.
I mean, when something like that falls in your lap,
you have to take it.
You have to, and that's what they did. I know, I'm not speaking for you guys, but Philly fans were pissed. Like,
but now because the reason why I asked that question is a lot of Philly fans on Twitter like, oh, we never wanted CeeDee Lamb. Like,
yeah. Like,
just be honest. And I feel like that's where it comes to sports conversation. Though we're rival, let's just be honest. Like,
can I ask you a question, Jtuck?
Go ahead.
Honestly, because how that pick looked with CeeDee Lamb, that looked like a salt pick, bruh. Like, that looked like y'all was like, we still mad because y'all picked Dallas Goedert last year.
Absolutely.
Yep.
To give y'all the finger this year, we going to go ahead and pick up CeeDee Lamb in front of y'all.
Right.
So, that looked like a salt pick. Was that a salt pick, my guy?
I think it was. I think it was. It's the same reason why you guys drafted Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts' his interview with this little Cowboys thing in the background. Y'all said, nah, he's not. They're not getting that insurance policy for Dak. Let me go ahead and take him in a second. So it is what it is, man. But you guys made a trade with us, and we were able to jump up and secure our O-line. So
yeah, I still don't understand that trade.
Appreciate you, though. Appreciate you, though.
Steve, Philly, you guys still good to go on?
Yeah.
I'm chilling, bro. Hey,
you guys,
I appreciate you for having me, my guy. We good.
Everybody's good. I really appreciate it. I want to send a few shout outs. Green Gobbler 34 from my fantasy. Big respect. He's an Eagles fan too, so I'm sure he's gonna go and sub up to you guys. And if you haven't, Jesse, definitely go and do that. He says, yeah, it definitely was a revenge pick. We all know it was. Right. Everybody knows it was, and everybody kept saying it was. Yeah, we like Jtuck said, what you guys did to us last year, it was payback. Jerry Jones and them guys Stephen Jones saw CeeDee Lamb still on the list, and they were like, what? I remember them.
Hey, guys, give me 1 second, man. Let me make sure I didn't kick a breaker.
Okay.
All right. No problem. Just don't turn off your screen, man. Don't close your screen, Philly, man, because when you do that, it flips screens, man. Yep. So, no, I appreciate that. Yes, yeah, the chat is definitely blowing up. Jtuck, you want to jump in on the chat a little bit, man, and send a few shout-outs to your people?
Yeah, man. I see a little touchdown in the chat. I seen Zementhian Watson. He just subscribed to the page. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Waylon Simbly, Eagles. I follow everyone. Appreciate you. Philly Talk Podcast. I was hurt. He's being honest. Pick and pop. What's up, bro? So everyone, yeah, man. Chat's lit. Like I said, I'm having a blast, man. Like I said, I get it that a lot of it is like, we're rivals, it's supposed to be this hatred, man, but there are good Eagles fans, man. Shouts out to my guy, Greg. Shouts out to my guy, man. A lot of their friends, man, I got our Eagles fans, man. So there are good ones out there, just like there's good Cowboys fans out there. Like I said, we don't let the bad ones ruin it for all of us, man, because I understand how that can be. So,
Yeah,
Facts, man. Facts, man. You already know I love the rivalry banter, man. Ain't no, I think honestly, I'll go ahead and put it out there for the whole division. I mean, we the only division that got one of these? So, I mean, that tells you right there, hey, look, we got a tough division. So the whole division, hey, respect to that. And I just love, hey, we got to have this fan, rivalry back and forth, hey, it is what it is. The only reason why we both talk about each other so much is because we know, Dallas and Philly, we both neck and neck. We fighting for it every year.
Right.
I mean, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on some of the other division opponents, but I mean, really, honestly, we only see y'all possibly in our radar right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah, because the Giants and what's washed up team? What's their name?
The trash cans.
Yeah, so definitely, yeah, man. The chat is blowing up. The Philly Talk Podcast says it's gonna be a good season, bro. But you gotta understand, bro. We used look good this year, but the average Dallas fan been saying Super Bowl for the last 25 years. That's
y'all
a century.
Y'all was doing the same.
Yeah,
y'all was doing the same. Don't act like it was us.
Yeah, no, it's like,
but we in there. We in there.
With one. It's okay. It's all right though. When we get our 6 this year, we're gonna let you guys know.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay.
I'm gonna let you borrow one of these, man. I'll let you borrow one.
Hey, quick news break, bro. They don't make those in gold no more, bro.
Yeah, I can do that too.
There we go. You should. I like when you did with all 5, man. I'm definitely that all 5 was going up on Twitter first thing tomorrow. Yeah, man. I hope everything's good with Steve. Man, we appreciate you guys doing this, man. We appreciate all the fans. I didn't think it was gonna be a crazy turnout like this. It's great, man, and we're gonna continue doing this. Philly, man. I tune into your channel, and guys, like Jtuck said, there's some chill Eagles fans out there. Philly Notion, we've been going back and forth on Twitter, and you've tuned into my channel. I've tuned into yours. You definitely got to go and troll Jtuck's channel, and Jtuck, you got to do that back.
Oh,
man.
Indeed, brother. You know Jtuck.
Yeah, we'll link up again. Like I said, after that first game, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna look you guys in the eye. We have to say, man, damn, Mike McCarthy's a hell of a coach.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody gonna be eating that stagnant. That humble pie is about to be real nice.
Yeah.
Yo, Philly, you got a shout out from Bashir Randall. Yo, Philly Notion, what up, bro?
Hey, I got my hold up. Can I shout out? Let me go and shout out some of the crew in the building.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I got my Eagle brethrens in this thing. My guy, Bashir, big salute, my guy. The Philly Talk Podcast, you already know. Waylon Assembly in this thing. I got Philly Fresh. Hey, this thing looking like the Eagle takeover. That's how we like it, fellas.
Nah, Cowboys fan, we definitely on the chat. Cowboys
yeah.
We on the chat, man.
Yeah, we on the chat, man. We've been on the chat.
Nah, that ain't happening. Cowboys fans, we run
Salute
the chat.
to everybody in this chat. We appreciate all the love because y'all already know, hey, y'all what keeps this thing going and moving. So, hey, whether you Eagle rived up or were you Cowboys rived up or whether you on another team, we appreciate all the love. And, hey, I appreciate my guy for having me on, definitely.
Yeah, man, for sure. We're definitely going to do this again, man. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to Philly Notion, even if you're a Dallas fan, go subscribe, support the YouTubers out there.
See, we shot the lights out, man. We brought that heat and shot the lights out, man.
Yeah, man. Also, for sure, go check out Jtuck's channel, Philly fans. You guys pretty much subscribe to my channel. Go subscribe to his. He has big content. He does big things and also has big people on his show. And sometimes we're gonna do like one-on-one. We're gonna have Philly on alone, and we're gonna have some talk. So definitely go sub up to his station, Cowboys Fans Only. Go hit that subscribe button. This is huge, man. This is huge. I want to thank everyone for giving us the thumbs up, man. We got 13 thumbs up and we got 2 thumbs down, and I'm sure the thumbs down are from Eagles fans. So
How y'all know that y'all wasn't infiltrated by your own?
Right. Sometimes it be your own people, man.
Yeah, you never know. Yo, yeah, man. It got so hot for Steve over there.
We shorted the wires out, man. Brought
Yeah,
that
man.
heat.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's going to check his breakers.
Yeah, man. He had some stats though. He was like, man, Dak is 8
There we
and
go.
5 when he wears a left sock. That's like oh, okay.
Hey,
that's what
he
we
kicking
doing.
it.
All right, that's what we
Cerebral fashion. That man's
that's what
gonna
we-
kick it.
Okay, that's what
Jersey
we doing.
boy wrote all day Eagles. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Eagles-
sir.
The birds are
Where
all
my
over
birds
this
at?
chat.
Hold
The
on, hold
birds
on.
are all over this chat.
Let me see my birds in the chat. Y'all already know.
Hey, Cowboys
Bird it
fan,
up.
man, light it up, man. Light it
Yeah,
up.
man. Don't let these birds take over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. There we go.
That-
There we
There's
go.
my guy.
Steve.
Sorry, guys. I tripped
Every-
one of the arc breakers. Jesus.
I thought Jtuck was saying it got so hot that we overheated your wires over there.
Might have him.
Yeah, man. Pat, thanks, man, for throwing up some stars.
Yeah,
For sure, man.
My guy Roberto, man. Shout out to my hard hitters out there, man. Yeah, we Cowboys fan, we in here, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
man,
see
for
the
sure.
birds in there. Let's
But
get it.
at least we'll be able to go actually watch our team play.
No.
Oh.
So, Steve,
Facts. Okay.
Yo.
I have a question for you, man. Do you think that anybody else in our division has a chance?
There was the Redskins could be a problem, not with everything going on there. I'm sorry for you Redskin fans that may end up tuning in. I know a lot of y'all started watching my videos because I did breakdowns on Antonio Gandy Golden. I did a few players they ended up drafting. Here's the deal. Man, when you have that kind of trouble in your organization, you can call it a day. It's over.
It's
Right.
over.
I think the Giants – I still think the Giants are a year or so away from competing. I do think Daniel he's got a problem like Carson does with holding on to the football.
Right.
You can't give other teams opportunities because you're going to lose games that way. The Giants could make it interesting. That's the one team I say I could see making it interesting, but I don't know that I'd put money on it.
Okay. I just want to Eagles have landed. Just sent a really cool tweet message, and I just want to read it out loud, and I really appreciate it. He said, "At Dallas Cowboys for life, NJ Tuck. I hate the Cowboys, but you guys are cool for Cowboy fans.
Appreciate you, guys.
Really appreciate you, man. This is what this is about, man. It's not always about the hate. We also show love, and that's why I wanted to have these. Me and Jtuck have been talking about this for a minute about doing this, and
We just had to find the right guys, man. We found
Yeah.
them. I was like, all right, because I was like, we were gonna have just anybody on the show. So
Yeah, man. And I hope that we can come on your shows eventually, and we'll definitely come on and let the Eagles fan destroy us what's going on.
Yes,
no,
brother.
I'll hold my own. So.
Yeah.
You'll have a few guys like JJ Trilla loves to come in our lives. I'm tell you now. Definitely Cowboys X Factor. Definitely good people. Cowboys X
Yeah.
Factor.
Yeah, good guy.
Paul McCambridge. He's always in. I always enjoy talking to Paul. We definitely get some Cowboy fans that roll through.
Yeah, 100%. So with that being said, I was going to say that I agree with you. Washington's done. And the Giants, since they got Jason Garrett, he's just going to do the same damage over there that he did with the Dallas Cowboys. But maybe not. You know, we're going to see. But he's definitely going to I know we're going to see him standing on the sidelines clapping.
He'll be
No.
back in his element as a
Hey,
coordinator.
fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick too, a quick hot take, because I'm not going to completely, and I'm sure Gate City, my own brethren, probably going to disagree with me on this one. But hey, I'm not going to sleep on the Giants like they're completely all the way out of there. I did, and y'all can check on my prediction. Hey, again, my confidence level for Dallas right now ain't all the way there, so it's possible the Giants and the Cowboys might be neck and neck, and the Giants might get second in the division. That's what I'm saying. Dallas coming in third. Washington coming in hot garbage at 4. That's my take. I'll go ahead and pause, gang. Y'all already know what it is.
You're saying Eagles, Giants, Cowboys. Are you now? I know you're smoking,
brother. I'm trying to tell you. Look, right?
How's that possible? Can you please?
Anomaly. They don't have any expectations. Y'all's expectations are way up here. Hey, the drop, fellas. We gonna sit back and wait for it. So
Jay, please.
Hey, holla at me.
I don't even know what to say to that, man.
Yo.
but I'll play devil's advocate, and like I said earlier, man, this is going to be a completely new type of football season we've never seen. I mean, no one would expect the Phoenix Suns to walk off in the bubble and just rip through teams. So you never know, true. Man. It's just you walk into an empty stadium with no fans, and hell, who knows what can happen? Who was really working out in the offseason, getting their body right, taking care of themselves? There's going to be a lot of different unexpected. So I can see there'll be a few surprise teams that will get off into a hard start that we probably said like, oh, I didn't see that coming. But as far as winning the overall division or having a better record than Dallas, if that's the case, I'm going to kick Mike McCarthy's ass. if Mike McCarthy comes in first season and he takes third in the division, watch out. Watch out,
yeah.
Man. So.
Yeah. Steve, what do you think?
I think Dallas and Philly will both be playoff teams personally, especially with the expanded format.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. I didn't take that into consideration. You're right.
Yeah, the Jason Garrett rule, man.
The Jason Garrett rule. I like that. I definitely think I think it's going to be Philly, Dallas, and I'm going to say the Giants and the Skins. Well, they're not even the Skins anymore. The Washington team that plays football.
Trash cans.
I don't know what to call them anymore.
The whatevers. Cans. Call them the whatevers.
Yeah, the whatevers, whatever they are. That's the way I see it, guys. I mean, I definitely think you could look 1 and 2 is going to be about throughout the year. It's really hard to project these things in August.
Yep.
To be quite honest, I mean, there's a lot of teams hoisting paper Lombardis right now.
Right.
It doesn't matter until you get on the field.
I agree. Definitely.
I think the NFL is going to be totally unpredictable this year. It was unpredictable last year. A lot of teams that I felt were going to do well last year didn't, and I thought the Dallas Cowboys were going to win the Super Bowl, and that didn't happen. So, it's unpredictable everywhere, and especially with COVID, and now there's no fans in the stands, guys. That's going to take a huge toll, right? Because some teams feed off of that,
right?
And then you guys have zero. You guys, is it 0 fans? You guys are allowing,
zero.
Right?
Yeah, 0.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's going to have an impact on us too. Honestly, I mean,
right.
When it's coming on that 4th and 1 goal line where you need your crowd fan base to stand up.
Yep.
Hey, that ain't gonna be there.
Right.
No,
it changes a lot.
Well, wait. They did announce that the NFL approved to use speakers for crowd sounds.
It ain't the same though. It's not the same.
Hey, Waylon. Sorry, guys. In the comment section, Waylon. Bro, if it's the Lions and the Browns, it's gonna be the first Super Bowl I don't watch.
Yeah.
I feel that, Gates. I'm right there with you, bro.
Yeah, I think everybody's boycotting the Super Bowl that
Garbage.
year. There's no way. No, for sure. Somebody said I heard Miami is having fines. Jean Pio. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. I apologize. I'm just trying to look in the chat here just to see if we have any questions. Guys, if you have any questions for Steve, Philly, myself, or Jtuck, now is the time to ask. The next time we do this, we're going to have callers calling in for sure. I thought about doing it today, but I said, you know what? I knew this was going to be a bit heated, so I didn't think bringing in callers was going to help. But the next time we do this in November, we're definitely going to have callers on.
I actually just ordered a table board myself for that, but there's a program. I don't know if you saw it or not, but there's a program you can use that basically all you need is just a Google.
I have it downloaded already. I fooled around with it, but I didn't want to fool around with it on a night like this. And we already had problems just starting the channel, so I didn't want to have phone problems.
You'll probably want moderators if you do that anyways.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm going to start adding moderators to my channel.
Yeah,
and so
Samithia and Watson said, y'all sleeping on Washington, no names, and the Giants. Watch they mess around and beat both our teams. I can see that happening, man. Like I say, it's really hard. When we broke down the schedule, man, I'm like, okay, that's a win, that's a loss. but you really don't know. Like going to Seattle in an empty stadium, like it's going to take me like a few games to kind of see how it looks, because I think even from the player standpoint, they got to understand, like, what does this look like? Like, you know, you rush out the stadium, y'all playing McMill, and come out and it's just empty. Like, all right.
Yeah.
So, like you said, a lot of players, especially in the game of football, you feed off that energy. Like, there's been times where, like, the crowd, I live here in Kansas City, I've seen how the fans in Arrowhead can really just take over the game. Like, the stadium is rumbling and teams like start to shrink. So without that aspect, what can really happen? So there'll be a few surprise teams to look out for. But like I said, after 16 weeks of football, I think the real teams will be standing, and that's going to be the Dallas Cowboys, especially in our division. So
yeah, guys, there's a few questions I'm going to roll off. So Waylon Assembly says, who's top 5 QBs? That's a good question, man.
I was going to ask that question too. So
yeah. So Steve, go ahead, man. You could definitely kick this one off.
I'm going to start off with controversy right from the start. Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league. I like Patrick Mahomes. He's not better than Wilson. Patrick Mahomes is number 2. To me, number 3, this is where things I think get really argumentative, but I'm going to still put Aaron Rodgers up there. Even though Aaron Rodgers has been on a downward trajectory, I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers 3. I'm going to say Wentz to me would be 4, and I'm going to say Watson would be 5 to me.
Dak is not even in your top 5?
Not top 5.
Wow. In fantasy, just so you guys know, Dak is top 3.
I can see that in fantasy. I mean,
I see it in reality too. So Jay, go ahead, man. I know you have a different opinion.
I'm still shaking, man, because he had Wentz in the top 4. I thought
that's
real. I thought we were keeping it real for a minute, man. You let me down, Steve. Wentz in the top 4 quarterbacks out of all the NFL?
Yeah, I would.
No way.
When you're making these top lists, you're projecting on talent. Not necessarily previous production. You're projecting on talent.
Ooh, okay. Shout out to my guy, Greg, man. Like I said, he's in there. He said 3. Yikes. Okay. So I would have Pat Mahomes first. I would have I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, Sid. I know you've heard me say that. Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers is my guy. I would have Aaron Rodgers at 2. I would have Russell Wilson at 3. I would go with Lamar Jackson at 4. Deshaun Watson at 5.
Okay. Philly.
Okay, so if I got to drop out, of course, my top 5 quarterbacks, Patty's getting the number 1 spot, of course. I would definitely say Russell's probably coming in at my number 2. Number 3, yes, Carson Wentz. Go ahead and put that Wentz man on that number 3 spot. Number 4, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. And number 5, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Okay. All right. Jay, before I go, I know you want to throw a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, never mind. I'm going to change my list, man. I'm going to put Dak at number 1 then, since we do it all.
hey, Dak ain't even on my top 10 list, fellas. That's a shame.
Stop
my top 10.
We're going to put Carson Wentz at number 3. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look, if we were to start...
how come? You know what I'm surprised? How come you guys... How do you not have Lamar Jackson not in your top 5?
At quarterback?
Yeah.
He's still got a lot of development at quarterback.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Look, I got Lamar Jackson just outside my top 5, but if I'm being truthful, I've watched Lamar Jackson since college because I'm an NC State grad.
Okay.
I've watched him at Louisville. He's not a developed passer. He benefits a lot from play action and 12-man, to be honest with you. And, when teams shut that down, he struggles to throw the ball.
Okay. So mine is not in any particular order. I definitely had Russell Wilson in there as well. I have Patrick Mahomes. I have Dak. 100% I have Dak. I actually have Drew Brees in my, and I have Deshaun Watson. That's my top 5.
Yeah, throw Dak in.
Hold on, Sid, you ain't gonna put him in order, bro?
Yeah, he cheated.
Yeah, bro, you can't just be like, I'm gonna put my top 5.
I'll tell you, Dak is my 3rd.
Oh, I thought he was gonna put him in number one. Okay, all right.
No.
One, man.
No.
Putting Dak at number one is not as crazy as putting Wentz at number 3. It's the same business, man.
you know. I also had another question, guys. I just want to scroll back up. Yeah, so somebody said Eagles and Cowboys records this year. So just so you know, I'm going to kick it off. I have the Cowboys at 12-4. So I believe, I don't know if it was Steve or Philly, one of you guys said said the same thing for Eagles. So, but that's where I have Dallas, and I have the Eagles at like 10-5.
So if I'm gonna chime in real quick again, yeah, I put my predictions for the Eagles.
Sorry.
No, you're
10
good.
and 6. 10 and no, yeah, 10-6. My bad. Not 10-5. That wouldn't make sense.
Hey, look, I think that's the low end. I think 10-6 is our low end, but I do see a 12-4, potential season. So I'm looking at 12-4 on the high end. I do expect some losses, of course, but again, I don't see us losing more than 6 games total this year.
Okay. All right. Steve, what do you? Wait, Philly, what do you got Dallas at?
Dallas, honestly, I mean, potentially 8-8, maybe 9-7.
Oh boy. This next
At least,
show, man.
I gave you, I gave you more love than that, but it's all good. Steve, what do you got?
It's the Speak Your Mind channel, bruh.
Yeah.
Mine all the time.
Yeah, man.
Some of you guys are optimistic. I'll give you that. I'm gonna say Philly 10-6, Dallas 9-7. I think both are in the playoffs. I think the Eagles will be like a 3 or a 4 seed, and I think Dallas will be that last seed kind of getting in.
Wow. Man, I can't wait till November till we rewind this video and I could just sit back and laugh. Jay, what you got, man?
I got Philly probably at 9-7, give or take. And I have Cowboys probably at 11-5. Yeah, I feel like 11-5 is comfortable for that. 11-5 for Dallas, and then Philly 9-7. Like I said, man, it's just hard. Like I just don't know until I have to see it. I have to see it. Like once I can come back to after week 3, week 4, kind of see what things look like, that I can really break down in the schedule. But as of right now, just going off what I see, I have Philly 9-7. I don't think Philly's going to make the playoffs this year. I'll put that out there. And here's the thing, guys. I'm a wing guy. I love wings. I know, So
yeah, I was gonna bring that up earlier,
y'all
bro.
Put some wings up on the division. I'll bet some lemon pepper wings or whatever you guys like. And we could do that. So,
all right, hit me up, Cowboys fans.
We'll do that.
We'll do it.
Yes, sir.
You want some? Y'all want some action? Some wing action?
We getting in on that action, brother.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So somebody in the chat brought up the top 100.
That's my brother. And it's my brother who is one of the biggest Dak haters I know, but he's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
But
this is what I'll say about the top 100, guys. Understand the timing of when that list is made. It's made pre-Thanksgiving. It was before the Cowboys fell apart and before Wentz took over and led a practice squad team. That's when they voted on it. And let's be honest, most of the players, they only get 20 picks, and most of them only fill out a couple of guys they know, a couple of teammates, and then they push it off to the media department.
But you guys had some dogs in there.
But Wentz was on it the year prior, though.
Yeah,
he was.
And then he fell.
But we're talking about this past year. You got to look at when they made the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about before Thanksgiving.
I think you're just hating because
that's the sample size you had. Then of course that's going to be your result. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're just hating because
garbage. Like how that top 100 list was complete garbage.
But I think
how do you not acknowledge Wentz being even on the list when, in my opinion, I might be wrong as an Eagles fan, but hey, look, I'm thinking that Carson Wentz had a better season this past year than he did the prior year before. And somehow he still didn't make that list, but he made it the year before. So I'm not putting no stock into that top 100, that popularity vote contest, whatever you want to call it.
I think you're just mad because we had 6 players go in and you guys had 5.
Pat 1984. I don't want to comment on the Brunson and Vach, but this is what I will say for Vach. Vach, I love your content, but you ran from me, bro.
Ooh. Calling somebody else
because you knew I would destroy you.
Whoa, man! I gotta get my guy Vach on the phone, man. I gotta see that show down. Y'all
love your content, bro. But you ducked the crap out of me.
Let's get it.
Wow, yeah, Philly Fresh has been like blowing up the chat, saying that nobody, I didn't get it, so I wasn't really paying attention, but I will definitely go back and read some of his stuff and see what.
You and Vach's numbers, guys, man. Y'all do homework, man. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And
I love Vach. Vach is an analytical
Yeah.
dude. He
Yeah.
made some very questionable comments with Brunson. And I had some people reach out to him and say, hey, let me talk to you. Let's talk with two people who really study the numbers.
Right.
And he was like, look, I don't really do these debate style things. Duck me,
Okay.
bro. Duck me,
So
man.
Pat
Come on,
1984 said, Vach ran, laugh out loud, sure.
He did.
Ain't one of the problems.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't know me 1984, you better look me up, bro.
Wow. Listen, so Bashir, just so you know, he says, call me crazy. Didn't Dak make the list at 96? No, he did not. Dak made the list at 46. Just so you know. And Zeke made the list at 24. You know? But like I said, you guys still had 5 players go up. We had 6. You guys are always behind us, like always. Super Bowl rings behind us. You know, the QB stats, if we're looking at the real QB stats, not breaking down like Steve broke them down, you're behind us. Just saying. Just saying.
We in 2020. That's all I'm gonna say.
Focus on moving forward. Yeah.
Century. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. That's all
Okay.
minor. Quarter of a
Yeah.
century.
Yeah. We'll focus
Okay.
on the season.
Yeah, point in that. Yeah, man. The chat. I'm trying to follow the chat, but these guys are all talking to each other like about what's going on. So they're
Hey,
not really.
Real quick too, I gotta check with my guy Philly Fresh says. That's another, definitely check him out. My guy Gay City, what I'm saying, can tell you all about Philly Fresh. Another
Cool.
member of the Battle Birds podcast. But my guy saying, hold up, I'm skipping comments, so I need to figure out what my guy says because it sounds like he trying to let y'all know what time it is. So hold up. My guy says, I keep skipping his questions.
Yeah, they're saying we're scared or something. Yeah, I see that. Guys, it's not that we're avoiding your questions. The chat is going up so fast that we're not able, and we're talking amongst ourselves, that we're not able to catch all the comments. We apologize. I'll definitely.
No, here's the thing.
Hey, Fresh.
Because I'm
I
only
see his
watching.
comment. I see his comment, guys. Fresh, we're going to get him on the podcast, man. Just relax.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they want you on. Yeah. Get him.
What's that?
Like, Fresh, we'll get him on the podcast. Just relax, guys. We'll get him. They'll come on.
Sound
Okay.
like y'all fellas gonna have another appearance, fellas. So yes, sir.
Oh, hey,
In
it
equals
is.
fashion.
It
Rose
is.
season.
Hey, it is.
Roast
it is.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
Jtuck, you were gonna say something. Go ahead, man, about all the comments.
No, I don't say. I'm not ducking no questions. I'm just on my YouTube, so I'm only seeing the questions that are coming to my YouTube. So if there's any other questions coming to me, man, bring me the smoke, because I'm all for it, man. Like I'm saying, like, it is what it is. I don't run from nothing. But like I said, I want to come back and look you guys in the eye after that first game, and we'll go from there. And like I said, if you guys want to put some wings up or something like that, we could definitely do it.
Yeah.
But like I said, to be honest with you guys, I'm really not focused on Philly this season. I feel like if Philly is our measuring stick, then we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I'll be honest with you, man. Like I'm really locked in. To be honest with you, I'm locked in on Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Like going to the playoffs and beating Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. That's where I'm focused on. I feel like beating Philly is something that we should do easily. Like I feel like it shouldn't even be that close with the talent that we have, barring there's no injuries. So I'm really not concerned. If we're competing with Philly to win this NFC East division and we're neck and neck, then we didn't handle business like we were supposed to this season.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So Cody Statham said, but doesn't the top 100 list come from the players? Yes, it does. Just so you guys
Kinda.
know.
The players the players vote on 20 players, basically.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they're not really taking the list seriously, guys. They're only putting in their friends and some people they know on the team. And to be honest with you, a lot of them kick it over to the media department within their organizations to basically fill the rest of it out. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock into that stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. So Reggie Goodrich, last NFC team to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even going to answer that question.
Hey, don't even trip. I got you. You know what it is. Hey,
But
you already know. Ain't no answer needed.
You just said we
Just
focus
pause on that question. Let him answer it in the chat.
You just said we focusing on 2020, man.
Yeah, man.
What happened to all that, man?
Yeah. We got to get Jtuck top 500 and see if our podcast, we can be 100 plus deep in the chat. That's from the Philly Talk podcast.
Yeah, man, hit me up. Like I said, at Twitter at Jtuck151. Also on my YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only, man. I'll appreciate hop on any channel and talk this Cowboys football and Little Eagles football, whatever, man. So it is what it is. Like I said,
Yeah, man.
I don't run for nobody. So
We'll hit you guys up after this, guys. Like, we might have to do it if you guys want to. We'll do it like on a Saturday or something, because if you've never watched our lives, man, they're a marathon. You can add no shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Go strong, fellas.
Because this time I'm gonna bring my gang with me. So my guy Nix, I know he's in the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
My guy Spoonie. So we're gonna bring the Star Gang with us, man. We're gonna load up the clips and really get things moving, man. So let me know. We'll definitely link up again, man. Like I said, I'm having a blast right now.
Listen, I think what we're gonna do is you guys could bring somebody else on. We'll definitely bring Star Gang on, and I think we can go like a good six, 7 people easily on OBS, and we could definitely
6-hour chats, man. Like,
yeah, man, we've done it. We've done it. Yeah, man. So Bashir Ranbo, yes, I do have Twitter. It's SydDC, the number 4 life. So again, it's SYDDC for life. That's my Twitter. You can definitely hit me up and add me to Twitter. Add anybody. Add all of us. And I'll flip it over just so we're going to go to the, I believe it was a Champions. Yes, it's the champion screen where it shows all our trophies in our Twitters. But as you notice, 5-1. 5. Guys, I have to be honest. You notice how our trophies are nice with the Dallas Cowboys helmet? I was on Google for like an hour trying to find a nice picture for you guys, and this is the nicest one I could find.
Oh, they got switched around, man. I am not Philly Notion. Philly Notion is up there.
Yeah, so it did switch around. So I'm going to switch back. Yeah, from when Philly Notion turned off his camera earlier, it jacked up everything. So I'm just going to leave it on this screen. So, guys, we've been at it for an hour and 47 minutes. Before we wrap this up, we're gonna go to 2 hours, so we'll go for another 10 minutes. So guys, if you have questions, we got another 10 minutes on this stream. We're definitely here. This was hot. I don't know if you guys agree, but this was great doing. Yes. Steve, you're one of the hardest guys to reach, man, because my man Philly Notion all day was texting me. I'm trying to reach him. He's not responding. He gave me a thumbs up, but he's not responding to my tweets.
Hey, but what I tell you though, I was like, but I believe in my brethren. He's coming through.
Guys, if I say I'm gonna be here, I'll be here. Don't worry about that.
He was doing research. He was finding all them
he was writing notes. He's got notes.
Jtuck, they don't call me stat sheet. They don't call me stat.
Man.
No reaching,
yes,
bro.
Oh man.
Now I know what I'm dealing with, man. I gotta go do some homework, man.
Nah, I was hustling today, guys.
Okay.
Man, that's the only way, bro.
You know how it is when you do YouTube, bro. You got to find where you can work, and you got to hit that crab hard.
Right.
Yeah.
That way you can put up the content.
I think a lot of people don't understand what goes into doing all of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that goes into it. So for all the YouTubers, I don't care if you're Giants YouTuber or whatever you do, man, I appreciate the hustle because I definitely understand what it takes, man, because it's not easy to hop on this camera, come up with ideas, do the research, put the show together, navigate the show, do your graphics, own technical work, so, man, so respect to everyone out there doing this, whether you're Cowboys, Philly, wherever, man. So salute to all the YouTubers out there, because I think there's this kind of this idea where since we don't have press passes, we're not knowledgeable. And as you see, man, my guy Steve broke down stuff. As a Cowboys fan, I even held. I'm like, where the hell is he pulling this stuff from? So, I'm like, what the hell? Like, where do you even get that stuff from? So
I mean, to be fair, Jtuck, I'll give you the positives I see in Dak.
Right.
Look, deep ball accuracy, Dak was good.
Right.
Okay. We can argue and say it has to do with receiver production, but the bottom line is receiver production or not, he was good on deep ball accuracy. Right. Can't take that away from him. Like, you look at air yards to the sticks, right? So how close you're throwing it to the first down marker on average. Okay. He was throwing the ball down the field. He was pushing the ball down the field. When you look at things like his time to throw, he was decent. I mean, he wasn't like Wentz was getting out about 2.71 seconds. I want to say Dak was like 2.8 something. But I mean, he's not holding the ball longer than 3 seconds. He's not holding it too long. Right. Stuff like, I mean, there are positives with Dak. Like, I'm a guy that looks at the totality of things.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you. as much as I don't believe in Dak's talent versus Wentz, it's not a one-on-one competition.
Right.
And they're not even playing each other. They're
Right.
playing the opposing defense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And the one thing I will say is Dak gets time because he's got an offensive line that will block for him.
Right.
I think he top 5, 6. He's definitely top 10 and pressure rate. I mean, the offensive line keeps him upright.
Right.
Mm.
And it was unfortunate he took a shot before the Eagles game and we didn't get him 100% healthy.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not a guy that thinks that Dak can't play. And there was a question in the post, guys. I saw it. I'm not ready to say that Daniel Jones is better right this second than Dak Prescott. Do I think Daniel Jones has more talent than Dak Prescott as a passer? Sure. I think he's got more arm talent.
Right.
Is he a better player than Dak Prescott right now? No.
No.
Right.
I don't agree with that statement.
And you know what? And the reason why I'm cutting you off is because the reason why you answered that is because you saw the question in the chat, right?
Yes, sir.
Because we do have a New York Giants fan tuning in. Gate
Ooh.
City, will Jones be better than Dak? So thank you for answering that for sure. I just also want to go ask Jtuck how he felt in our group chat after we won that chip. Laugh out loud. You know what that's about, Jay?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So shout out to Sid passing 500. That's where the subs really start coming in. Ask Steve.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, like I told you before we jumped on here, man, your first 100, hardest thing in the world to do, in my opinion, man, in terms of YouTube.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any harder. There's nothing like turning on a camera and talking to yourself.
Right. Right.
Facts, bro.
Back. Yeah.
There's no feeling worse than that. I think you two are very smart in the way you're approaching this. One of the biggest keys to my success here on YouTube was the fact that I was smart enough to go watch this guy named, at the time he called himself Philly Mike. It wasn't even the Philly Talk podcast. It was just Philly Mike.
Okay.
And I watched him and I said, I like his content. Let me just message him in this thing and just let him know I'm like, hey, what's up? So he looked me up. So I was a content creator. We started talking and we decided, you know what? Let's do kind of like what you guys are doing. Let's start doing lives together and talk together and like
Yep.
start building a community. That matters, man. Like building that community is essential. And, you know, you guys are doing good, man. I mean, Sid, you said you started in December. You already got 500. That's not bad. That's pretty good growth rate, to be honest with you. Man, I caught Philly Notion because my guys, I think it was Reese or Mike. One of these two hit me up. Philly Fresh or Philly Mike was like, hey, man, you got to go check this dude out named Philly Motion. So I went to his channel and I watched that intro. Let's warm it up. Yo, he had me hooked right from the start.
Yeah, man.
I was like, yo, this dude's going to be good. Like, he's going to do really well on YouTube. I could tell.
Yeah, man. I spoke to Jay. I think I told you about him, AJ? About
Yeah,
Philly Notion.
I think Philly hit me. He hopped in one of my chats like the other day, one of our shows, and then yeah, man, it's just
he jumped in on one of mine too, and I think I remember him. That's why I reached out to him. And
yeah,
man, Philly, I have to tell you, man, watching you had me. But that's what this is about. And that's what people don't understand. You got to be able to entertain people too. Like somebody just wrote in the chat, I thank you guys for the entertainment. This is better than TV. And that's what this is becoming about. We want to be entertainers. We do this for a lot of us. I just do it for the fun. I voice my opinion about what I think. I'm not an analyst. I don't break down like Steve does. I'm still learning about the defense and there's but I enjoy talking about football and the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Sid, it's okay. You know how I learned about defense? Getting picked off.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Hey, real quick, Sid. Can I put the nation on something, man? Because I want to give a little backdrop, man, and we could probably, I just want your thoughts on that too. I'm sure that's going to stir it up a little bit real quick here at the end. But hey, I did want to ask because, or put the little backdrop. So, of course, if you visit my page, of course, y'all know I like to do some trolling from time to time, right? So again, I like to keep my eye on the enemy ops. We like to see what y'all got, what's gassing y'all up to. So we can go and inflate y'all like a balloon. But y'all know what it is. Hey, look, I was in one of my content creators, on the rivalry side. And what caught my interest was Sid. Oh, my goodness. My man said this bold proclamation. Oh, my goodness. This man said Dak is a potential future Hall of Famer. Am I accurate on that, Sid? Am I accurate?
Yes, I did, and y'all heard it. I said it on Law Nation. I said it on what Skywalker and them guys, the late night hype. I called in. Yo, you remember? I'm telling you, guys.
Oh yeah, I remember it, bro. Because you know I had to follow back. Like, hold on a minute. What you mean? Dak to the Hall of Fame. So of course I had to call the line. I had to put my 2 cents in, and then of course the question came. Well, how do y'all feel about is Wentz a Hall of Famer? Nope. Hey, yeah, I said it with my chest. I believe Wentz is at least has a better path than Dak Prescott right now. Now, mind you, they both ain't sniffing no kind of Hall of Fame nothing right now. That's a fact.
Okay.
But we know, hey, look, who's got the better, hey, take me out on that note, Sid, because that's what sparked my interest that got me. Hey, like, who is this Sid cat?
Yo, the first thing that ever caught me on any Dallas content creators, I didn't understand the between Philly 500 and Mark Holmes.
Yeah.
And like I would watch both their videos. I'm like, yo, why are these two beefing so much?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that they're like really close friends. I was
really
like,
close friends.
Yeah.
And look what happened tonight. I believe that we've just developed a friendship from here. Philly, man. You're in I'm coming to Dallas soon. I was supposed to be there in November.
Bro, you come out to Texas, we getting it in, brother.
Yeah. Man. 100%. Jtuck's going to be out there with me, so I'm sure that's going to happen. Steve, where are you located, man?
I'm currently in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're an Eagles fan?
I'm from Newcastle, Delaware, about 20 miles outside of Philly.
Oh.
My parents moved back in like the mid-'90s to North Carolina.
Cool.
That's why I'm a huge Russell guy. Russell Wilson,
right?
Before he was with Wisconsin, he was an NC State guy. As a matter of fact, you guys know who Mike Glennon is?
Yeah.
What if I told you the head coach of NC State made an executive decision to allow Russell Wilson to transfer out to Wisconsin so that way he could play Mike Glennon? True story.
Bad decision, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm a Florida State guy, so I'm ACC too. So.
Yeah. Katie Statham, that's your brother, right?
Yeah, it's my brother. Yeah.
All right, so he had a question for you guys. Will Jalen Hurts share snaps with Wentz? You guys touched on that earlier. You believe
yes at some point.
I mean, honestly, if I don't see them. I don't see a big expand playbook of that. I mean, we may see him on some goal line situations. But my opinion, I don't want to see Jalen Hurts like that. This is the Carson Wentz show. We need to go ahead and put the ball in his hands. But it is possible we may see him if we get down to the goal line of some sort, or I just don't think it's going to be a heavy dose volume of Jalen Hurts this year.
Okay. And how come you guys are having contract negotiation problems with your man,
Zach Ertz?
Yep.
Well, I mean, we all know the answer to that, man. Look at 2021's cap number.
Okay.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, the last time I saw it and I heard it got up higher than that, they were $50 million over the cap. The Eagles got a lot of agent expiring contracts on the book. And I'm going to be honest with you, the team that will show up in 2021 will look a lot different from the 2020 Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of fan favorites, and I keep trying to prepare my Eagle brethren and sister for this. It's coming. The purge of the Eagles roster is going to happen following this season. Some fan favorites will not be back. It's just the nature of football. I mean,
but I thought you guys had this trajectory that you're talking about. So wouldn't your trajectory be going like this?
It's the revolving.
The birds are falling. The
not if the
birds
young
are falling.
talent can produce. I mean, a lot of the guys that'll probably be off the books are going to be like Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, Marquise Goodwin's a goner, pretty much. I doubt they bring him back after this. You look at Brandon Graham. I love Brandon Graham, but I would love to have him back as a veteran pass rusher. He's not coming back at $17 million.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of guys. I would not be surprised to see Fox have to rework his contract, because I think
we got like 3 people on our O line.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, there's going to be some changes coming. Like Brandon Graham is a huge fan favorite. He's not a lock to be back next year, and to me, that's a major move. Djax is a major fan favorite in Philadelphia. Possibly could he come back on a rework contract? My money would be he's probably gone. He's 30. He'll be 34 at the end of the season. He's probably gone. Alshon, definitely gone.
Yep. Yeah.
I just, there's going to be a lot of guys that.
So you guys are going to be rebuilding.
Roster, it's going to be different.
If you guys don't do the Super Bowl this year, you guys are rebuilding next year. So that means no Super Bowl for you for the next 10 years.
I don't think it'll be 10 years. I don't think it'll be 10 years, but I definitely
listen.
think that,
look how long it took you to get one ring. Look how long it took you to get one ring.
Bro, what is
it was worth the wait. Hey, it was worth the wait, and it came the way.
Sir.
It came the way only the Eagles could do it, by losing almost your entire star power, and still somehow winning the Lombardi in the end.
If you heard,
I can explain to you how they did that.
If you heard Doug Peterson's presser at the parade when we won the Super Bowl, this man went up there and said, "This will be the new norm." And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, fellas, that's what we've been seeing since he's been. Steering the ship. We've been contending for playoffs. We've at least had a chance year in and year out.
Did y'all make the playoffs after that?
You said, did we make the playoffs after it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We made the playoffs.
The season after?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got bumped out by New Orleans that year.
Oh, yeah, that was. You guys really got in last.
We're consistently in the dance now. Again, we know we got our challenges with the injury stuff, which, again, we need to see that this year from Carson Wentz. But again, brothers, I'm trying to let y'all know we are in a stat right now of this is the new norm. So y'all could expect to see us in the dance year after year for this next generation, fellas. Y'all handed the baton over. We appreciate it.
So I'm going to end it with the Cowboys fans blowing up the chat, and then I'm going to turn it to you guys to announce where everyone can find you. Ben Barr, what did he say? Oops, I lost it already. So, here we go. Eagles season. D-Jack versus Trayvon Diggs, November 1st. That will haunt the Cowboys fans forever. I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to put Trayvon Diggs on D-Jax. That would be a mistake.
Absolute mistake.
Yeah. And if they did, he probably played press, and there'll probably be safety help over the top. I mean, you're not going to put a rookie on D-Jax one-on-one. That's a huge mistake.
That would be the best way to go.
Slade tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. FSU all day, Gold Knowles.
Go.
Oh, you see, there we go. Definitely. So, guys, again, I want to thank everyone for blowing up the chat. I want to thank my man Philly Notion, definitely, for making this happen. He did bring backup. He brought serious contender back up as well, and I appreciate that. Steve, thanks for definitely doing this, and we're going to get back together. Listen, I'm down for whatever. But we're definitely going to do this again in November when we're going to be laughing at you guys because you guys will be in the bottom and we'll be on top. You guys will be underneath.
I think what we need to do, Sid,
yeah,
and I think we need to reach out to as many content creators as we can and create almost like a master sheet kind of together, as many people as we can get together. Because I think one thing that people would love to see is when you get these division games coming up is having that rival week to where you can have individual content creators come on and talk about the games.
Right.
I think it's one thing that could really take the entire community, the platform in general of the NFL to another level.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And someone was saying it earlier, this is better than watching television. That's what we want to do. Don't go watch ESPN, watch Sid, watch Philly Notion, and check out Gate City.
Right.
Yeah. Check out my man Jtuck for sure. Man, listen, for me, I'm down for whatever. Ask Jay, man. I'm always trying to book something. always, man. I don't care who it is. We're definitely going to do this again. I really appreciate it, man. Philly Notion, let the fans know where to find you, man. Do your thing.
Oh, yeah, brother. So on the extra out, brother, y'all already know. Look, hey, on the channel, Philly Notion, type it in because y'all know how we doing it. Yeah, we warm it up over there. So, hey, y'all already know. We check the 4K. And if y'all new to the ride, y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Because y'all already know. And, hey, till next time, gang. Y'all know how we rocking. Go keep the notion. And real quick, Sid, before I hop off this thing, don't think that you ducking this whooping that's about to be coming to you on Madden. I'm in the lab right now, bro.
Yeah.
Jtuck, I heard you put the
words out of my mouth. You stole the words out of my mouth.
Madden is about to be going down. I'm dropping both of y'all off. Y'all can go ahead and add me on the gamer tag. Y'all know what it is. But till next time, y'all know what it is, fellas. Appreciate the love. Keep the notion.
Yeah, man, 100%. Thanks for being on, Philly, man. You always bring that excitement to the channel, man, and I appreciate that. Steve, please let people know where to find you, man.
All right, guys. Steve Heitter, Gate City Sports Channel. Easiest place to find me is there. You can also, if you guys like podcasts, y'all want to listen to something on your commutes, the Battlebirds podcast. We got a lot of stuff coming up about training camp. We're going to be doing some in-depth stuff, looking at our division rivals, talking about our division rivals pretty soon too. So we got some stuff coming up, guys. Guys have questions, y'all got comments. I got some videos come up. I know even Cowboys hit me up a little bit. I know he wants me to do some film breakdown relates to the Cowboys too. I definitely know that he wants me to talk a little bit about CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Reagor, breaking down both their games now that we're both in division. I told him I would do that. So I definitely got some stuff coming up like that too, guys. So check me out.
Yeah, man, 100%. Steve, man, we're definitely going to keep in touch, guys. 100% on that. We're definitely going to go back and forth throughout the season, I'm sure, as well. Jtuck, the man of the hour, the man who always has my back. Hard to reach, too.
I wasn't going to let these Eagles fans jump you, man. So, I definitely got my boys back, man. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got to understand. Yo, Steve, just like you're hard to reach, it's not that Jtuck's hard to reach. It's just that when you reach out to Jtuck, he comes at you like he's angry.
I might just make it quick, like,
bro. Hey, I don't know if my boy Philly Fresh is still in the comments, but I thought Philly Fresh put an APB out on me, bro.
Oh,
man, like
he done called me, text me. I was like, man, I'm about to be on a milk carton if I don't answer
that.
Yeah, man. Jay, man, let the fans know where to find you, man.
Well, contrary to what Sid's saying, I'm not hard to find, man. So you can find me on my YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only. Comment, like, subscribe, somewhere down there. Also, follow me on Twitter at Jtuck151. Like I said, I follow all Cowboys fans back. And if you're an Eagles fan, just say you came over from the show, then I'll follow you back because I don't trust everybody like that. So, and also follow me on Twitter at Jtuck151. Not Twitter, Instagram at Jtuck151. The Facebook group, shout out to everyone on Facebook, Cowboys Fans Only. And for all you Madden players out there, like my guy Philly Notion was saying, if you want smoke, hit me up on PlayStation. I'll put my PSN in the chat, man. So add me on PlayStation because as soon as this is over, we're about to get right back to it. So if you feel that confident about your Eagles team, then pull up. Let's see.
Listen, I'm pulling up.
All right, pull up.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Philly, man, I'll announce it right here live. Yo, Jtuck's hot, man, on Madden because he intercepted me, I think, 4 times. And I thought in the beginning, I was doing my thing, man. But then I don't know what happened. It's like a madness switch flicked on and it was over. So, yeah, man. Cowboys, yeah, he posted his PSN up there in the chat. You guys want some of that smoke from him. Guys.
That 1984. Hey, man, you're not too far from me. I go to Charlotte all the time. Hit me up on social media or something. I'm not creative. Just search Steve Heitter or Heitter Steve. I promise you I'll pop up. I'm really not that creative. Search me out, man. We watch the Dallas Philly game together, man.
Yeah, well, that'd be great, man. Listen, I'm just going to tune out. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Dallas Cowboys for life. Guys, if you can't click that subscribe button now for these guys' channel, go back to the stream. Get their channel, their information. It's going to be in the description as well. Guys, please help us. Click that subscribe button because like we've said, this is a daily grind and it's not something that stops. It's something that's every day for us. And we always try and get the good content. Yeah, man. Before we chime out, Jay, count those rings out, man. Let the fans know how many we got. How many we got, Jay?
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, that's cap.
That's one on the way. That's one on the way.
That's one for good luck, man, because we know it's coming. 2020, man. Yeah. 2020. Philly, show your one ring, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, y'all already know. Go and check the ring. Y'all know what finger it's on. Read between the lines. But we on a quest for another one. So we about to handle that this year. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So thanks again to fans for tuning in. Stay safe, man. Do the social distancing. Do what we got to do to get this world back to normal. It's your boy, Sid. And I'm out.